wants to.
That sounds good, but I can't tell it's because you're in it or not.
Cotton flannel on a front porch swing, leather jacket and some tight blue jeans. Don't get me started on the things I think when you're wearing nothing but them soft white sheets. Yeah. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but what drives me crazy is seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. Smoke rings, glowing greens and reds, they hug your body like a long black dress. It's tailor-made for your silhouette. Nothing steals my breath like seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. Sipping and swaying and singing, girl, all I'm saying is it fits you like a glove. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but I just go crazy seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. And nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. Oh, in a honky tonk, in a honky tonk.
Yeah, I've been throwing down the whiskey. I ought to get my money back. And someone said it drowns a memory. Oh, but it ain't doing jack. Yeah, I've been sipping, I've been buzzing, shooting doubles like it's nothing. All but nothing makes you go away. I need something you prove, something stronger than I'm used to. Yeah, I've been pulling 92 hard and feel like nothing's gonna cut it. That's the hard truth. Yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove. Put 'em up till they shutting them down, yeah. You never ain't out around, yeah. Don't matter what time, what town, I can't get you gone. Turn the bar, yeah, upside down. Just looking for something that does it. I give 'em all my money, ain't nobody selling nothing. You prove something stronger than I'm used to. Yeah, I've been pulling 92 hard and feel like nothing's gonna cut it. That's the hard truth. Yeah, I need something you
outside this little town. Had to drown you out, it was gonna be easy. Had to drown you out, it was gonna be. Put some days, put some miles in the rear view. A few state lines between me and you. Just a little space and time and I'd be fine. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I've moved everywhere but on. My mail's still going to Mama's house, 'cause I'm still long gone trying to figure out who I am without you, and why I still think about you. Just biding my time, making ends meet, loading trucks, pouring coffee, pouring concrete, planning my next move, getting over you, yeah. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. If I had it my way, this old highway would've fixed me up somehow, would've led me home by now. I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. Looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. I moved everywhere but on.
Hand-me-down dreams got me high in the rafters. Homecoming queen couldn't be an outsider, so there I'd sit with a cigarette lit in a leather jacket. I found a boy who was a stranger too, in a one-horse town at a table for two. We had matching scars, matching tattoos, both dying to fit in. Ain't that some? We're just small town hypocrites, and that scholarship was a ship that sailed when I chose you and Daddy gave me hell. I made myself into someone else just to love you. Damn, I loved you. Took all my plans and I put them in a box. Phantom pains for the wings I lost, had me circling rings in the catalogs. 7 years and you never got the hint. Ain't that some? I'm just a small town hypocrite. Swore we'd be running, running, running this town, but you're just running, running, running around. And I'm staring at a picket fence to return. Man, I forgot it, how it feels to fall from orbit and land on shifting sands. I found my heart at the bottom of a bucket. You said you needed space, and damn it, I bought it. Till you moved in a vinyl-sided double wide with a couple of her kids. Ain't that some? You're just a small town hypocrite.
Welcome back to Pause on the Play Grizzly Sports, your home for all things Newport athletics, where we break down the plays, the players, and the pride behind every Grizzly win.
I'm Haley Bolliard.
And I'm Carter Brantner. Whether you're catching us from the stands, the sidelines, or the road trip to Ritzville, we've got everything you need to stay plugged in with Grizzly football.
Tonight, we're recapping a statement win over Priest River, one that showcased all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. Everybody showed up.
We'll walk you through the key moments, standout performances, and talk about how a little extra motivation may have lit the fire for this team. And of course, we'll preview the league opener coming up against Ritzville.
So buckle in. This is Pause on the Play Grizzly Sports. Let's get into it.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power.
What a win, Newport fans. If you weren't there Friday night, you missed an absolute team performance. Offense, defense, and special teams. Every unit showed up in a big way as Newport took down Priest River 35-8.
It all started slow. Newport didn't even get the ball until there were under 7 minutes left in the first quarter. But when they did, they marched. A 14-play drive capped off by a 10-yard touchdown run from Jacob Reimers early in the second quarter. PAT, good. 7-0 Newport.
Priest River responded with a touchdown and converted the 2-point try to go up 8-7, but Newport wasn't rattled. After a defensive stop and a solid punt return, the offense got to work again. Big pass plays set up the first and goal, and then quarterback Brad Martin punched it in from a yard out, 14-8, Newport going into the half.
And then, boom, momentum shift. Cutter Driver took the second half kickoff 90 yards to the house. That's a special team spark if I've ever seen one. And he wasn't done. On PR's next drive, Driver picked off Lucas Matthews and returned it to the 27.
Then came one of the wildest plays of the night. With Brad Martin sidelined briefly with a cramp, Cutter Driver stepped in at quarterback. He threw a dangerous pass over the middle that bounced off a Priest River defender, but somehow, Dylan Aubrey came down with it in the end zone. Touchdown Newport, 28-8.
Priest River tried to claw back. They went for it on the fourth down deep in their own territory, but Brad Martin shut it down with a tackle for loss. 7 plays later, Martin hit Reimers on a sprint out for the final score of the night. Final score, Newport 35, Priest River 8.
Let's talk about this defense. Cutter Driver had 2 interceptions. Brad Martin added another. Ari Swain and Damian Hamburg each had a sack, and the D-line brought pressure all night, racking up 9 quarterback hurries.
Hamburg also nailed every PAT and was an absolute weapon on kickoffs. All but one were touchbacks, keeping Priest River pinned deep all night. Talk about a field position game changer.
And on the offensive side, let's not overlook Jacob Reimers either. 7 carries for 42 yards and a touchdown on the ground, plus 4 receptions for 48 yards and another score through the air. He's been consistent dual threat guy and he showed up again this week.
And we've got to give some love to Dylan Aubrey. 2 receptions for 41 yards, including that tipped touchdown grab that really broke Priest River's momentum. Right place, right time, but you've got to have strong hands and focus to come down with that ball in traffic.
On the ground, we saw contributions from Gavin Hunt Estrada with 23 yards on just 3 carries, and Preston Wazenski added a couple of tough runs. That depth in the backfield could be important as we get deeper into the season.
So again, total team win. Offense took care of the football, special teams flipped the field, and the defense made big plays when it mattered. You love to see that kind of balance.
Now let's talk about the little extra motivation this team had. Word got around that Priest River picked Newport for their homecoming opponent. That's bulletin board material if there ever was any. And from the way Newport came out, you could tell they took that personally.
And they answered, loud and clear.
Next up, it gets real. Newport hits the road to face Ritzville this coming week in what will be their league opener. That's when the games start counting even more, and momentum like this win can carry a team a long way.
Ritzville's known for being
Closely, and we'll be back next week to break it all down. Newport vs. Ritzville. League play begins.
Until then, hats off to the Grizzlies. Big win, total team effort. On to the next.
And now, get ready for an exclusive interview with the Newport High School football team. Welcome back to Paws on the Play, Grizzly Sports. I'm your host, Carter Brantner, and joined with me this week is Mario Hernandez and Reed Trombley.
Hi, I'm Mario Hernandez, and I'm the football team's manager for Newport Grizzlies.
Hi, I'm Reed Trombley. I'm the second football team manager for Newport Grizzlies.
What grades are you guys?
I'm freshman year.
I'm sophomore.
All right, perfect. Starting with Mario, what do you think has been the biggest key to this team's success this season?
I think that this year's success key is encouragement during the games, and the players have really been hitting the gym and getting stronger.
All right, perfect. Reed, was there a turning point in the season that really clicked between the team?
No, not really. Everything's really clicked from the beginning. No one's really had an up or a down.
Has there ever been like a point where you felt where the team morale was just not there?
No, not really. Everyone's been pretty upbeat recently, and yeah.
Mario, how has the team grown compared to last year?
I feel like the last year the team didn't really they weren't as strong as they are this year. So I feel like that they've just been really good about going to the gym and getting stronger.
All right. Reed, what has been the most memorable moment so far this season?
The Priest River game. 12 in a row is kind of nuts.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
They've been really getting on the players about their plays. They've really been strict about it, and if they mess up, they remind them and they teach them about their mistakes.
What Mario said, really, they've just been getting on the players about how to do their plays right and just making sure that they do it right each time.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's the preparation during the week leading up to a big game? Like last week's Priest River game, I know was really important for every single player. What was the practice plan? How did the team morale, what was the main focus basically and all that?
The coaches have really been good on giving us talks and preaches before the games. And yeah, I feel like that's really been all.
Okay, perfect. How does it feel to represent your school as managers, when the whole team's doing well on the field, or even when the team's doing mediocre and not too well?
I feel pretty proud to represent Newport. They've been doing good all season besides the Riverside game, but yeah.
And how do you guys as managers, do you guys get any pressure at all from people that know you guys manage or anything, or is it just more of a relaxation type job on the football team?
No, I feel like it's usually pretty low-key, so, yeah.
What advice would you give to the underclassmen who will lead the team next?
They really just need to study from the varsity players, and, they got to really learn their plays this year, because I know some of them aren't really, paying attention to that, and you got to pay attention to film when coach is playing it. It really does help a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I played football my sophomore year, and film definitely helped out a lot. Are there any changes or improvements you'd like to see for the program in the future?
No, not really. No.
Is there anything that's a little bit down right now that may need to be brought up, any leadership or is there any lackment of a specific department? I know that we don't pass as much. Is there a reason for that, or is it just that we like to run?
It's just in our plays that we do, we don't really need the passing. But on some of them, we just haven't used them yet.
What are you guys' goals for the rest of this season and beyond?
I usually, keep going, make it to state, try your best.
How do you hope the community continues to support the team going forward?
It's just nice when people just show up and cheer for the team. They really do like it, and it does encourage them a lot when they're playing against like Priest River or someone like that, like a good rival.
What kind of culture do you want the team to have even after you graduate?
Just to stay positive, like stay friends with everyone. Like don't like talk bad about other players behind their backs, nothing like that. Just keep it all like nice and yeah.
Do you guys think there are any underclassmen right now that have what it takes to be future team leaders?
Yes, definitely.
And who might those players be?
PJ does. He's been doing really good on the JV as their QB.
I think Landon Hall is a really good defensive player, and I think that he has what it takes coming into his junior and senior year to become a leader.
I think Wyatt Pratt has been doing a lot better this year than he was like previous years in middle school. He's been doing very well as a defensive player and offensive player.
Are there any traditions you hope the team keeps alive after this season?
I would really just say keep up the chants and cheers in the locker room and the music beforehand in the locker room.
The music really does help the players just get into the right mindset before the games and just get them into the mood.
If you could write the future story of this team, like for this whole season, what would you write up? How would the storybook ending be?
They take no losses for the rest of the year and they make it to state and get at least top 5.
That's a really good answer. All right, thank you, Mario and Reed, for coming on.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you everyone for listening to Pause on the Play, Grizzly Sports. Stay tuned for next week's episode. I'm your host, Carter Brandner, signing off for this week.
There's a party going on around town. It's one rowdy cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane. From miles around, best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads.
Cubs FM would like to thank Albany Falls Building Supply for their valued support. Located at 520 Highway 2 at the east end of the Old Town Bridge, Albany Falls Building Supply is open 7 days a week, 7 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday, and 9 to 4 on Sunday. Albany Falls Building Supply offers all types of building materials, including lumber, tools, hardware, paint, plumbing, electrical, and lawn care supplies. You may contact Albany Falls Building Supply at 208-437-3153. Albany Falls Building Supply, large enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Cubs FM gives a big thanks to Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post. Located at 500 Highway 57 just before the high school in Priest River, Big Moose Rental Center provides a variety of amenities, rentals, second-hand consignments, eBay sales, antiques, and more. Big Moose Rental Center is open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturday, and by appointment on Sunday. You may contact Big Moose Rental Center at 208-448-2736. Again, that number is 208-448-2736. The right tool for the right job. That's Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post.
Welcome to this Grizzly football broadcast. We are so excited to be here at Lind Ritzville Sprague High School, where the Newport Grizzlies will be taking on the Lind Ritzville Sprague Broncos, and you can feel the energy radiating off the stands as we get ready to start this game. I'm Haley Bolliard. Alongside me tonight is Carter Brantner, and you're listening to 91.5 Cubs FM.
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Welcome back to the
I've been gone for a little too long. I've been waiting my back's on. I've been waiting in the wings like a dog on a chain. 'Cause I'm back in the saddle like some old cowboy who dug his way out of his grave. Pulled up his boots, put his pistol on his hip, climbed up and took hold of the reins. Don't worry where I've been, I'm back in the saddle again. This time.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Again, I'm Haley Bollier, joined here tonight by Carter Brantner, and we can't wait to give you a look at what this game might look like. Let's start by getting an inside view of Newport. Carter, what can we expect to see from the Grizzlies tonight?
Well, we know 4 of our 5 starters from last year are returning on the offensive line, and they will continue to improve after every single game. They've obviously shown that.
We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem, and we'll be right back after this. Support for Cubs FM comes from the Kalispell Casino and RV Resort in Cusick, Washington. Located 20 minutes north of Newport on Highway 20, the resort includes Wetlands Family Restaurant, the Slaw Dining Area with large screen TVs, full RV hookups and cottage rentals, and gaming facilities. All open to the public at 8 a.m. daily. The Kalispell Casino and RV Resort, bringing dining, lodging, and entertainment to Pend Oreille County.
Cubs FM thanks Newport Health Center for their support. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides walk-in express care for urgent but non-emergent medical concerns. Express care is available to everyone, regardless of insurance or primary care provider. Express care hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a lunch break on Saturdays from 12 to 1. You can find more info at newporthospitalandhealth.org or by calling 509-447-3139.
Rogers Body and Frame is a proud sponsor of Grizzly Athletics and Cubs FM. Located at 530 South Cass and Highway 2 in Newport, Rogers provides full-service auto collision repair, working with all insurances. Rogers Body and Frame is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. You may find them on the web at rogersbodyandframe.com, or you may call them at 447-4225. Rogers Body and Frame, like it never happened.
Sievers Pharmacy is a full-service Health Mart pharmacy owned by Newport Hospital and Health Services, providing pharmaceutical services and a selection of gifts and treats. Located at 336 South Washington Avenue in Newport. Sievers is open from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and Saturday from 8 to 4. Sievers is closed for lunch between 1 p.m. and 1:30. For more information, call 509-447-2484 or visit newporthospitalandhealth.org.
Welcome back to the pregame show. We're going to keep rolling with what we had for Newport here.
Again, like I was saying before we were interrupted, 4 of the 5 starters of last year's offensive line are returning, and every single game we've seen them improve, and it's just very influential. And our defense was young last year, so we can carry them up to continue this year.
Yeah, it should be pretty fun to watch those players that have already played together be able to work together so well. And we even moved a few players around on the defense, and they seem to be adapting well to playing in those positions.
Brad Martin and Jacob Reimers are looking to replicate last week's game against Priest River in this game. They looked absolutely amazing, and there's nothing much else to add to that.
Yeah, and while Martin and Reimers did a wonderful job last week, we have Driver looking to make a little bit of a bounce back. He had a little bit of a slower week last week, so he's hoping to keep that momentum he had at Riverside going. Our defense was also simplified to allow our players to play faster and not have to think too much during these games.
And we're coming off a strong win after Priest River having 2 consecutive road wins this season, looking to add to the 3rd.
Stay tuned for an inside look at the Lind Ritzville Sprague Broncos right here on Cubs FM after this short break. Okay, so basically I guess we're just going to go into Lind Ritzville Sprague then. So looking at after getting a good look at Newport, Carter, what can we expect to see from the Broncos?
It is Lind Ritzville Sprague's homecoming game tonight, and last season when they played Newport, they lost their season opener 13-21, but bounced back in the second game, winning 21-7.
Yeah, this is also their 23rd year in the Northeast 2B League, whereas it's Newport's second year in the league, so they're a bit more familiar with this league. And they have a young offense, but their linebackers are returning as well this year.
And they've had all home games this year, so they're very used to their field as well.
We'll be right back on Cubs FM to see how each team is going to match up before kickoff. Cubs FM is brought to you by the Kalispell Tribe. For generations, the Kalispell Tribe has taken great care in stewarding the land, water, and wildlife. Today, the Kalispell Tribe continues to protect and restore our ecosystems through wildlife conservation and water and land management, working to restore and care for our shared resources. Together, the Kalispell Tribe hopes to share a sustainable future for generations.
Support for KUBS comes from Ponderay County PUD. The PUD provides energy-saving programs, flexible payment options, and appliance rebates for qualified customers. You might also check out their Neighbors in Need program. For more information, you may visit Ponderay County PUD at 130 North Washington in Newport, or you may contact them at 509-447-3137. Quality service at low cost, that's Ponderay County PUD.
Welcome back to the pregame show. We only have 1 minute and 53 seconds left on the clock here at Lynn Ritzville Sprague High School, here to watch the Newport Grizzlies take on the Lynn Ritzville Sprague Broncos. Getting a good look at both teams, what is this game going to look like tonight?
Well, it's their league opener for both teams tonight, looking to improve their league record to undefeated. And last year, Lynn Ritzville Sprague lost to Newport 19-14.
Yeah, so Lynn Ritzville is going to want to try and come back strong, especially with it being their homecoming game tonight. But it was a bit of a drive for Newport tonight, so the players had a lot of time to get dialed in on the bus. With only 1 minute and 19 seconds left on the clock, we'll be right back after this short break to see how the coin flip went.
Newport Health Center is a proud supporter of Cubs FM. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides family medical services including obstetrics, gynecology, orthopedics, behavioral health, and express care. Their team of providers serves families and patients of all ages. More information is available at newporthospitalandhealth.org or at 509-447-3139.
Selkirk Ace Hardware in Old Town is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 7, and Sunday from 7 to 6. Selkirk Ace Hardware provides what you need to prepare for the season. You may reach them at 208-437-5669. Again, that's 437-5669. Just across the bridge at 495 East Highway 2, Selkirk Ace Hardware. We are grateful for our community. We are here for you, and we are always helpful.
Support for Cubs FM comes from Mountain View Lawns. Locally owned and operated, Mountain View Lawns serves the Ponderay River Valley with a 6-step fertilization and weed control program, offering scheduled treatments throughout the year. Fall aeration and overseeding are also available. For more information, call 509-828-9748. Again, that's 509-828-9748.
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We are here ready to get this game started at Lynn Ritzville Sprague High School. The stands are packed for Lynn Ritzville's homecoming game, where the Newport Grizzlies are going to be going up against the Broncos. Both teams have fairly similar colors on tonight, both red and black themes out here.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll create any confusion because, I mean, black and red and having the white and red, but still, you might have a little bit of confusion with the helmets. Who knows?
The helmets? They have cool red helmets. What are you even going on about?
I have no idea. I'm just trying to say filler words at this point.
Filler words? Look at those cool red helmets. Those fill enough words for themselves.
Fair enough.
Looks like we have Newport going to be kicking off first with the Broncos to return it.
Backing the Broncos, number 13, Brett Cressy.
Grizzlies getting ready to start the kickoff here. As I'm sure you would have guessed, we have Hamburg ready to kick off there for the Grizzlies. He was super solid last game, so I'm excited to see if he's going to send it as deep into the backfield as he has been, maybe go for a touchback here.
I'm saying he does get the touchback. The wind's blowing in that direction anyway.
That is true. That is true. Amber getting set and ready here, approaching the ball. The kick is up. And it's a pretty deep one. Rolls right back into the end zone there for the touchback that we anticipated there.
Yeah, just like we expected there. It was really powerful kick, ended up being in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, so that'll send the Broncos to the 20-yard line here to get this game started. They will get to push the ball forward first at their homecoming game tonight, get that little bit of advantage on that. So that'll start them at 1st and 10 here on the 20-yard line. They're in their little huddle, their little tea party, getting ready to decide how they want to start this game off as strong as they can. Grizzlies getting their defense set and ready to try and stop them from driving as far down the field as they can. Broncos breaking the huddle here. They're going to send one out right, two out left. Quarterback in the shotgun position.
Grizzlies showing blitz.
Ball is snapped, and they're going to hand it off and try and run it up the middle, but the Grizzlies are all over that play. He gets absolutely annihilated on that one.
Yeah, it looks like a loss of 1, maybe 2 on the play. Like I said, Grizzlies showed blitz. I think that was Brad Martin that ended up making first contact.
Yeah, that was a good play there by the Grizzlies. I don't think the Broncos were expecting that one at all. Tried to run it right up the center and just were not quite able to make it happen on that play. They're going to set them back one to bring up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line. Ball is snapped. They try and hand it off but fumble it. Now we're going to go for a throw out towards that left side of the field. The pass will be complete, but the Grizzlies will take them down. Still not much gain for the Broncos on that.
Yeah, that fumbled snap right there definitely affected the play. They were trying to get it off fast, try to get the screen, but ended up being immediately met by the Grizzlies secondary.
Yeah, that'll be 3rd and 15 now here for the Broncos. Gonna have to really make up some yards on this play if they want to remain in possession of the ball. Starting the game off with a little bit of a struggle here, but they're sure to come back strong. We got one out towards this right side, one out left. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Motion to the left. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. Passes it down this left side, almost fumbles it, but is able to keep it within his gloves. Tries to push his way up through the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies' wall of defense will not let him through.
Yeah, it looks like they get to the original line of scrimmage there. That was a good little shovel pass off to the right side, but ends up getting almost realistically nowhere.
Yeah, the Broncos have been struggling a little bit with not fumbling the ball tonight. So that'll bring up 4th and 10, I believe, right back there on that 20-yard line. Broncos looking like they're just going to kick it off here, send it as far back into the backfield as they can. Cutter driver ready to receive for the Grizzlies. Ball is snapped. The kick is up, and it's a pretty shallow kick this time. It's going to stop and roll right around that 50-yard line, just shy of it before it gets touched down there by the Broncos.
Yeah, it looks to be around that 47-yard line. Not that great of a punt, but they'll take what they can get. At least it's not a fumble down in their own territory.
Exactly. Sets the Grizzlies back just a little bit on this play. Grizzlies in the huddle here deciding how they are going to start their first offensive run of this game here tonight. They'll have 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. 9:54 remaining on the clock in this first quarter of action. Grizzlies breaking the huddle here. They're going to be in a bunch formation. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. They're going to run it down that right side of the field. Try to break his way through the defenders that the Broncos have on this play. Doesn't get very far before he gets tackled on that one.
Yeah, it looks to be around a loss of 3 for Cutter Driver there. Not starting off the game that strong.
Yeah, both the defensive lines are really strong here tonight. Both the Grizzlies and the Broncos have proven to just be an absolute unit on that defensive side. Grizzlies in the huddle again, deciding how they're going to try and not get any farther back on this play. They're at 2nd and 12 with the ball on the 41-yard line here. I think that's where it is. No, definitely not. 49. Other way, same difference. Bunch formation again. Motion to the left. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. Run left. Dodging some defenders. Grabbing them by the heels here. Reimer's just absolutely trucking his way through the defensive side. He gets slammed pretty hard before he gets taken down there.
Yeah, Reimer's made a good little stiff arm there. Bodied his way through a couple of people before getting down around the, the 44, 43-yard line there.
Yeah, and that will be a gain for the Grizzlies. Reimer's efforts did play off there, but Ritzville still showed a really strong defensive play on that. That'll bring up 3rd and 6 on the 42-yard line here 8:37 remaining on the clock in the first quarter. Grizzlies breaking the huddle. They're going to send 2 out towards that right side. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Got one man on his right hip here, motion to the left. Ball is snapped. He's going to look for a pass this time. Passes it deep down this middle of the field, but is not able to find Kramer for the ball there, and it will be no good.
Yeah, that was a questionable pass right there. It was heavy guarded. Ended up overthrowing him anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but we'll bring up 4th and 6.
Yeah, they were just trying to go for it there, see if they could get a little lucky with that play, but the Broncos were not about to leave anybody open on the field. That'll bring up 4th and 6 for the Grizzlies, getting in punt formation here. Ball remaining on that 42-yard line. We have Reimers set to kick here for the Grizzlies. He has not been a consistent kicker here for the Grizzlies, so I'm interested to see how far he can get the ball down the field on this kick. Ball is snapped, and the kick is up, and he sends it pretty high up there. And it'll roll back into the Broncos' end zone on that kick.
Yeah, that was a solid 50-yard punt by Reimers there.
Yeah, not an easy task, but Reimers makes it look like he does it every day. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs there for the Broncos. They get another chance to start again right where they started the first time. It's just like a little reset. Try 2. Nothing came of that one. So they'll be at 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Broncos having a tea party, deciding what they're going to do.
It's almost like the game starting with 8 minutes and 11 seconds left.
Yeah, you could definitely say that. It's just a restart. Nothing came of those last 2 plays. They're going to send one guy out towards this right side, 2 out left, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He fumbles it, but picks it back up, tries to pass it, and it's intercepted by the Grizzlies, and they are able to run it down into their end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was Dylan Aubrey with the pick on the right, or on the left side there, and ends up bringing it all the way to the house for a pick 6.
That was a really great interception there by Aubrey to bring up 6 points here for the Grizzlies and the first score of the night. 8:03 remains on the clock while the Grizzlies decide what they're going to do with their point after touchdown here. Grizzlies looking like they're just going to send it up for 1. We have Hamburg back to kick for the Grizzlies. Got to bring back Old Reliable for this one. Make sure we can get that extra point. Ball is snapped and the kick is up. And it is good for the Grizzlies. That'll bring the score 7-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. 8:03 left on the clock, and we will be right back after this short break. Support for Cubs FM comes from the Camas Center Medical and Dental Clinic, located 25 minutes north of Newport and open to the public. Accepting most public and commercial insurance plans, the Camas Center Clinic offers medical, dental, and chiropractic care, as well as physical therapy, laboratory services, child wellness checks, and sports physicals. The Camas Center Clinic, offering wellness for the whole community.
Cubs FM thanks Shotgun Diesel and Automotive, celebrating 10 years in business in Old Town. Josh Hebert and the guys at Shotgun Diesel and Automotive specialize in light diesel and automotive repair, full brake services, engine repairs, custom exhaust, suspension, and full diagnostics. Plus, Shotgun Diesel and Automotive now offers full tire services, mounting, balancing, and new tire sales. 208-437-3304. Your hometown one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. Shotgun Diesel and Automotive.
Your locally owned and operated Newport McDonald's is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located on Highway 2 in Newport, McDonald's is open 7 days a week, serving the Newport, Old Town, and Priest River areas for over 25 years. McDonald's serves burgers, chicken McNuggets, and McCafe drinks. Newport McDonald's, where you can use the McDonald's app, order online, and have your food ready when you arrive. Curbside, dine-in, drive-thru, or even delivery. Newport McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. Grizzlies getting ready to kick the ball off here for the Broncos after that score. Kick is up, and they will send it right back into that end zone again for another touchback by Hamburg.
Yeah, that was just a line drive kick that somehow still found its way into the end zone. Hamburg just absolute power in that leg.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that his legs are strong. He's able to kick anything as far as he wants to. He's just in absolute control of that ball. That'll send the Broncos to the 20-yard line yet again. Now they'll get a redo of their last try and try and redeem themselves from that interception that the Grizzlies pulled on them here. They're at 1st and 10, 8:03 left on the clock here in the first quarter of action. Gonna send 2 out towards this right side, 1 out left. Quarterback in the shotgun position. There will be flags thrown on that.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be for false start. Yes, it will on the offense. Going to bring him back 5 yards.
Yeah, that won't be too good there for the Broncos. That'll bring up 1st and 15, I believe, on the 15-yard line. Gonna send 2 out right, 2 out left. Ball is snapped. He's gonna try and run it just towards that left side of the center. Cannot get too far before the Grizzlies just push him right into the ground.
Yeah, most of the time I'll say like 2 yards is a decent amount of gain, but not when you're back 15 yards.
Yeah, that is a very troublesome place to be there for the Broncos. They have a lot of ground to make up on this, and it looks like they're going to have 2 yards to gain on that one to bring up 2nd and 13 at the 17-yard line, I think is what that'll be. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
Excess Disposal Service is a proud sponsor of Cubs FM. Excess Disposal Service provides weekly commercial and residential roadside garbage can disposal, as well as commercial container services both in town and in rural locations. Excess Disposal Service may be contacted Monday through Friday from 8 to 3 at 208-437-4502. Serving all of Pend Oreille County since 1972, Cubs FM says thank you to Excess Disposal Service.
Support for Cubs FM comes from Mountain View Lawns. Locally owned and operated, Mountain View Lawns serves the Pend Oreille River Valley with a 6-step fertilization and weed control program, offering scheduled treatments throughout the year. Fall aeration and overseeding are also available. For more information, call 509-828-9748. Again, that's 509-828-9748.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We had a quick play there during that break. Broncos tried to push up this right side, but we're not able to get far on that at all.
Yeah, maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage there. I think a yard short of the original line of scrimmage actually will bring up, I think, 3rd and 11?
Yeah, should be 3rd and 11 here at the 19-yard line. Broncos have not been able to get down the field at all this game. Going to send 2 out towards this right side, 2 out left. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass down that left side of the field. Hits the ground, and Grizzlies try and grab it. That was just no good there by the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't know where he was really looking. I don't know if he got hit during the play or something, but was not a good pass at all.
Yeah, that was not a good play there by the Broncos. That'll bring up 4th and 11 back on the 19-yard line. Going to just punt it here and get it as far down the field as they can for the Grizzlies. Broncos getting set and ready. Cutter driver to receive the ball for the Grizzlies. Ball is snapped and the kick is up. And it hits right around that 45-yard line and rolls to the opposite 47-yard line before it gets touchdown there. Still a pretty good spot to start for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that was a good bounce for the Broncos, though. Ended up getting another 10 yards from that bounce.
Yeah, I think their field must be made of like trampolines or something because it seems to be bouncing pretty high tonight. Grizzlies and Broncos switching out teams here to start with the Grizzlies on the defensive side. They'll have 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. Grizzlies are up 7 points right now, 6:40 remaining in the first quarter of action. Grizzlies breaking the huddle here. They're going to send 2 guys out towards that right side of the field, quarterback in the shotgun position. Actually, they're going to keep him close and go for a bunch formation here. Motion to the right. And we'll be throwing up some flags on that.
Looks like encroachment on the defense will get another 5 yards for the Grizzlies, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what they're going to be calling on this one. They seem to be in a bit of deliberation right now.
Yep, encroachment on the defense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down for the Grizzlies, ended up only being 1st and 5 now.
Yeah, that'll be a big benefit there for the Grizzlies, able to start and only have to make 5 yards on this run to get a fresh set of downs. Ball is right on that 48-yard line. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up the middle of the field here. And he's breaking his way through defenders left and right. Eventually, they latch onto him and are able to take him down, though.
Yeah, ended up getting to the 32-yard line. Cutter driver got right through that defensive line, broke a few tackles, and ended up gaining a lot of yards there.
Yeah, that was a massive gain there by Driver. He really picked his way through the field. He was able to be quick on his feet like we saw from him in that Riverside game. He's back with his electricity tonight. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs here for the Grizzlies. 6:23 remaining on the clock. They're going to stay in bunch formation but send two guys out that right side. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and run it up this left side, but he gets absolutely grabbed onto by the waist and spun around and brought down there.
Yeah, still a gain of around 4 yards there. 4 yards on a 1st and 10, I'll take that.
Yeah, that was not a bad play there by the Grizzlies. I think they'll only be able to get 3 on that one to bring up 2nd and 7 on the 35-yard line is what I'm going to call it. Might be the 30. Can't really see all too well. Yeah, it's the 30. I was just pretending. Going to have that same formation. 2 guys deep on that right side. Quarterback in the shotgun position. 1 guy back there with him. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off and hand it off again. They're back with the trick play, and it's working. Reimer's making his way down the field. He's back at the 15. Gets past the 10 before he gets pushed out of bounds on that run.
Yeah, again, they're going with all reliable they've had for the past 2 weeks. It's starting to work again. It didn't really work against Priest River. Now it's working again against Ritzville.
Yeah, I'm sure the Grizzlies are excited to see that their signature move is back and better than ever. That was a fundamental play there by the Grizzlies. They're able to get the ball all the way down to the 13-yard line to bring up a fresh set of downs really close to their end zone. Going to send 2 guys out towards this left side. Ball is snapped. Going to hand it off and keep it run up through the middle there. Broncos see a bit more through this one. They still get a pretty good gain on that before they get tackled.
Yeah, looks to be around a 7-yard gain maybe.
Yeah, still a pretty solid run there by the Grizzlies, but the Broncos defense is seeing through some of their plans here and is trying to push them back as far as they can. Grizzlies will get 7 on that run to bring up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line. The end is in sight for the Grizzlies here. They are 7 points ahead and looking to keep building that gap. They're going to send 1 guy out towards this left side, 1 guy out right. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. He's going to run straight through the middle. He's able to make his way through some of the defenders, but they grab right onto him and sink him straight into the ground.
Yeah, it looks to be a gain around 1 yard there. Cutter, he's doing great already tonight, but just was not his run there.
Yeah, that was not the farthest we have seen Driver. However, this is a really tough defense to be able to break through here. The Grizzlies are doing a great job of trying to see through as many holes as they can, while the Broncos have been doing a phenomenal job at minimizing those holes for the Grizzlies to be able to see. They are just all over the field here. We are now at 3rd and 3 at the 5-yard line. Quarterback in the shotgun here. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, run up that right side of the center. Again, Broncos will not let that happen. They might be able to just have gained enough to get a fresh set of downs before it gets taken down there.
It looks like they will. Yeah, they will move the chains. It will be a 1st and goal at the 3-yard line, 2-yard line there.
Yeah, super close plays here now for the Grizzlies. They aren't really concerned about downs. They have another touchdown within their grasps here. They are looking to capitalize on this opportunity while the Broncos are feeling a bit of the pressure the Grizzlies are bringing on, wanting to try and keep pushing them back down the field here. Grizzlies in bunch formation here. Ball is snapped, and they're just going to absolutely try and power up through the middle there. And that will be good for the Grizzlies. That'll be another touchdown to bring the score 13-0 with 3:32 left on the clock. The Grizzlies still have their point after touchdown here.
Yeah, Brad Martin with a nice little QB sneak up that left side, end up getting through the line easily and ended up scoring the touchdown very imminently.
Yeah, and they're going to go for one here again. Hamburg to kick off for the Grizzlies. He's been solid. Pretty sure all of his PAT kicks last game were good. The kick is up. And it is another good kick there by Hamburg. That'll bring the score 0-14, 3:32 left on the clock in the first quarter, and we will be right back after this quick break.
Newport Community Hospital is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. The Newport Community Hospital Surgical Team is committed to providing quality surgical services, including personalized service and state-of-the-art technology. Surgical services include general, orthopedic, gynecological, and podiatry-related surgeries. To learn more, you may visit newporthospitalandhealth.org, or you can ask your primary care provider about a referral.
James A. Sewell and Associates is a proud and valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located at 600 4th Street in Newport, Washington, James A. Sewell and Associates provides consulting, engineering, and local surveying for the greater Newport area. Open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and Friday from 8 to 4. You can contact James A. Sewell and Associates at 509-447-3626. Again, that's 509-447-3626. Cubs FM thanks James A. Sewell and Associates.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We are here at Ritzville High School. The score is 14-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. 3:32 left in the first quarter of action, and the Grizzlies set to kick off here for the Broncos.
Yeah, the Grizzlies already have the same amount of points the Broncos had against them last season. Looking to add more on, obviously, but as of right now, have 14 points on the board.
Yeah, the Grizzlies have been dominating this game so far. Broncos have not been able to break the 50-yard line. Kick is up from the Grizzlies. They're going to send it pretty deep into the Broncos territory there. They're going to pick it up and run with it this time. He's trying to find his way around the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies just absolutely swarm the guy and push him straight into the dirt.
I think it's around the 16-yard line there for the Broncos, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that'll be a solid drive there by the Broncos. They got a little bit further than they could have there on that play, but still not as good as if they would have just let it roll back for a touchback there. They'll have 1st and 10 on the, I think, either the 16 or the 17-yard line, somewhere in there. Broncos in a little huddle here, now breaking that huddle, getting ready to try and come back with as much pressure as the Grizzlies have been putting on them. Going to send 2 out towards that right side, 1 out left. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. They're going to run it up through the middle here. Grizzlies will not let that happen. It's just an absolute dog pile of guys when they get him taken down on the ground.
Yeah, the Grizzlies' defensive line met him immediately. I think that was Landon Hall with the initial contact there. So, and only gained around 1 yard there.
Yeah, they will get a 1-yard gain on that play, but still not quite as strong as the Broncos have been wanting to start that drive off. They're breaking the huddle here, trying to come back and make up some of those yards that were lost on that play. Going to send 1 guy out towards this right side, 2 out left, motion to the right, ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up the middle here. Again, Grizzlies just say no and absolutely demolish him.
Yeah, the Grizzly defense looking really good in this first quarter of play. Ended up going backwards around 2 yards there. Will be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, that was not a solid run there by the Broncos. Grizzlies are just coming in with a lot of intensity in this game. However, it is the Broncos' homecoming night, so they are trying to put their best foot forward and get as good as they can down the field here to be able to try and win their homecoming game. Broncos breaking the huddle here. They're going to send 2 out towards that left side, 1 out right. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped, and it is a really low snap, almost fumbles it. He's looking for a pass. The Grizzlies just absolutely tumble him to the ground. He can't do anything with that.
Yeah, that was Brad Martin with the sack there, coming off the middle linebacker blitz. Ended up getting to him really quickly there, broke the line, and just dropped him at around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that'll set the Broncos back quite a ways. I believe that'll be like 4th and 19 for the Broncos here, so guessing they're just going to go for a kick on this play. They don't think they can make up 19 yards in 1 run on this one. They're getting set up in punt formation here. We have driver back to receive the ball for the Grizzlies. Ball is snapped. The kick is up. It rolls around that 45-yard line, keeps bouncing back, basically right on top of that 50-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good roll for the Broncos again. That's 2 in a row for their punt team. Punter must be feeling real good about his punts right now.
Yeah, the punter has sure been doing a solid job here for the Broncos tonight. Very consistent with his kicks. They all tend to roll out to about that 50-yard line, which is not a bad place to have the Grizzlies be starting on this in the eyes of the Broncos. Grizzlies in their little huddle here, deciding how they're going to play this one out. Breaking the huddle now, they're going to approach that line of scrimmage. They're at 1st and 10 right on the 50-yard line. Going to stay in a bunch formation here. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Got one man in the backfield there with him. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off to Driver, and he's going to run up through the middle. Is able to break his way through some of the defenders. Gets back up, but the Broncos push him backwards on that run.
Yeah, it looks like a gain of around 4 yards there. Still, great run by Cutter Driver there. I would take 4 yards any day of the week.
Exactly. A gain is a gain in this game. And that'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Grizzlies, coming back just as strong as they left out after that last run. We have 45 seconds left in the first quarter of action. Score 14-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. They're going to stay in that bunch formation. Seemed to work pretty good for them on that last play. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off and try and run it up through the middle here. Able to break their way through some of the Broncos, but they eventually grab onto him and are able to tackle him right around that 45-yard line.
Yeah, Old Reliable only got 2 yards on that play. Jacob Reimers with the great run again. I mean, 2 yards is 2 yards. I'll take that.
Exactly. And with only 8 seconds left in this first quarter of action, they're probably ready to just let it kind of simmer down and take a break before they come back strong. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. The Grizzlies are leading this game 14-0. We will be right back after this short break.
Your locally owned and operated Newport McDonald's is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located on Highway 2 in Newport, McDonald's is open 7 days a week, serving the Newport, Old Town, and Priest River areas for over 25 years. McDonald's serves burgers, chicken McNuggets, and McCafe drinks. Newport McDonald's, where you can use the McDonald's app, order online, and have your food ready when you arrive. Curbside, dine-in, drive-thru, or even delivery. Newport McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Cubs FM thanks Dr. Lock and Safe LLC. Dr. Lock and Safe LLC opens and repairs safes covering commercial, residential, and automotive lock needs for the Newport and surrounding areas. Dr. Lock and Safe LLC replaces lost car keys. You may call or text Dr. Lock and Safe LLC at 509-671-7520. Thanking the community and businesses that have been so supportive for the past 10 years. That's Dr. Lock and Safe LLC.
Newport Farmers Insurance is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located at 309 South Washington Avenue in Newport, Washington. Newport Farmers Insurance provides home, auto, life, and business insurance, as well as Medicare Advantage Plan. Newport Farmers Insurance is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Newport Farmers Insurance may be contacted at tcostello1@farmersagent.com or at 447-3428. Again, that's 447-3428. Getting you back where you belong. That's the goal of Newport Farmers Insurance.
Cubs FM thanks Shotgun Diesel and Automotive, celebrating 10 years in business in Old Town. Josh Hebert and the guys at Shotgun Diesel and Automotive specialize in light diesel and automotive repair, full brake services, engine repairs, custom exhaust, suspension, and full diagnostics. Plus, Shotgun Diesel and Automotive now offers full tire services, mounting, balancing, and new tire sales. 208-437-3304. Your hometown one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. Shotgun Diesel and Automotive.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We just got done with a really solid run there by Driver, but it looks like the refs have some dirty laundry that they've left out on the ground tonight. Not exactly sure what they're going to be calling on that. Refs having a little chit-chat in the field to see what they think that penalty should be. Grizzlies in a huddle just waiting for the refs to make the call on this one. Was not exactly able to see what they might have been able to throw that flag on here tonight. Refs still having a little chit-chat. They are not quite able to agree in a timely manner on this one, or maybe they're just telling jokes out there. Who knows? Could be having a party. Tried to pick up the flag, then decided no. It kind of looks good out there. Yellow and green complement each other or something.
And they end up just picking up the flag out of all of that commotion. I mean, why throw the flag if you're not gonna call anything?
Yeah, and that'll bring up 1st and 10 here for the Grizzlies at the 28-yard line. 11:48 remaining in the first half of the game. Grizzlies are still leading this game 14-0. Grizzlies going to send one out towards this left side. Quarterback in the shotgun position. He's going to keep one in the backfield with him. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. Try and run up through the middle there. He's able to break his way through some of the defenders, kind of hopping left and right, and they drag him a bit of the ways down the field before they're eventually able to tackle him.
Yeah, Cutter Driver again with that run. He's had 2 solid runs in a row. Might have to bring out the old saying.
You might have to. I will not spoil it for you yet. However, that will bring up a fresh set of downs now for the Grizzlies. An 11-yard gain on that run by Driver. They'll be at that 17-yard line here tonight. 11:16 left on the clock. Grizzlies going to be in a bunch formation here. They'll have one guy off towards that left side a little ways. Quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. They're going to play that fun little move now. Run it down this right side of the field. He's trying to pick his way through the defenders. Cannot quite get through them. And there will be a flag thrown on the ground.
Before that flag was thrown, that was a decent little run by Nate Shaw there. Ended up getting around 2, maybe 3 yards there on the play.
Yeah, I'm seeing what the refs are deciding here on that flag. They threw it up right about where they were running.
Looked to be a holding on the Grizzlies. Will still be first down, though, so they still have that chance to get up to back where they were.
Yeah, Grizzlies just basically are going to have to retry that one. That one won't count for anything, which luckily it was not one of their more substantial runs, so that'll be good news for the Grizzlies tonight, but it will set them back a little ways down the field here. They'll be at 1st and 10 here, 11:01 remaining on the clock. Score 14-0. Grizzlies in a little huddle, deciding how they want to play this one out here tonight. The Broncos are putting their defensive line back together really strong, trying to prevent the Grizzlies from breaking up through their defense too much. Grizzlies got set back 15 yards on that last play with the flag, so they'll be at 1st and 25 to go. They have quite a bit of ground to make up on this run here. In bunch formation, ball is snapped. They drop it but pick it back up. Looked a bit intentional. They're going to run it down that left side of the field. Are able to keep breaking their way through the defenders and make a solid run before they get tackled on that play.
Yeah, that run ended up getting them better field position with the same down. So, I mean, that penalty probably benefited them.
Yeah, that was a really solid play there by the Grizzlies. The teams are going to take a little break, and we are too, so we will be right back with some more action after this.
Newport's Perfection Tire is a valued sponsor of this broadcast and Grizzly activities. Located at 311 West Walnut Avenue, Perfection Tire is Newport's distributor of Cooper tires, and they provide full mechanical services by an ASE certified mechanic. Open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. You may contact Newport's Perfection Tire at 447-3933. Cubs FM says thank you to Newport's Perfection Tire. Nobody beats perfection.
Cubs FM is brought to you by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians. The Kalispel Tribe is proud to support the mission of nonprofits in the community. Since 2000, the tribe has donated more than $25 million to local nonprofit organizations in Pend Oreille and Spokane counties. The Kalispel Tribe believes that we're better together. Hello. Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. Score is 14-0. Grizzlies still leading this game tonight. It's the Broncos' homecoming game. 10:16 remains on the clock. Have the Grizzlies here at the 15-yard line. They'll be at 2nd and 8. They're in bunch formation here. Quarterback in that shotgun position. Broncos having to send one more guy back out onto the field. We are now ready to get this play started here. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run it up through the middle, but trips over his own feet a little bit, cannot get anywhere before he just falls on that play.
Yeah, it looks to be a gain of around 2 there. Still a gain is a gain in my book.
Exactly.
It gets you closer to the end zone, and then it's fine.
Exactly, and they're closer to a fresh set of downs here now. Should bring up 3rd and 6 on the 13-yard line, somewhere down there. Grizzlies in the huddle here, deciding how they want to try and run this to make up the maximum amount of yards as they can. Breaking the huddle now, Grizzlies are going to be sending 2 guys out towards this right side of the field. Quarterback going to stay in the shotgun position. They're actually going to pull him back into a bunch formation, keep one guy out right though. Motion to the right, ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass here. He's going to throw it down that right side of the field. And it was so close, but no cigar there for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Dylan Aubrey made a diving attempt for that ball, but ends up coming short.
Yeah, that was a really nice effort there by Aubrey, but ultimately the Broncos defenders did a great job of being able to push him around the field and not get him right where that ball was. Grizzlies now are at 4th and 6 on the 13-yard line again. 9:21 left in the first half of action. Score remains 14-0. Grizzlies leading this game. Grizzlies still in huddle here, deciding how they're going to do this, if they're going to try and kick it when they're so close to their end zone and have 6 to go, or if they're going to try and still run this play. Breaking the huddle here. It looks like they're going to still try and go for it on this play. They've got nothing to lose here. Staying in bunch formation. Ball is snapped. He's going to look out for a pass again. Throws it shallow on this right side, and that will be a complete pass. Driver able to pick his way through some of the defenders and gets tripped up and pushed out of bounds by the Broncos. That was a really solid defensive play there by the Broncos. They saw a driver running down that side of the field and were able to push him out.
Yeah, they did not get the first down there, so they came up just short. Looked to be around 1 yard left until getting that first down. Just unfortunate to see.
Yeah, however, the Broncos will have a lot of ground to have to make up on this run. They are starting back on the Grizzlies' 10-yard line. Have 9:11 left on the clock. Score 14-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. Ball is snapped, and they're going to try and run it up the middle of the field here. Grizzlies are not taking any of it from the Broncos. Their defense comes in strong and is just able to push them right back where they started.
Yeah, that was a good loss of maybe 3 on the play there for the defensive line there. Ended up pushing them back even deeper than they already are.
Yeah, that is bad news for the Broncos here. Getting a little scared with 2nd and 13 at the 7-yard line. Unfortunately, it is not their 7-yard line, so they have an entire football field to make up on this run.
Instead of bad news Bears, it's bad news Broncos.
That is for sure. The Grizzlies are not the ones in bad news here tonight, but maybe the Broncos think they should be here. They're going to keep trying to push forward and keep playing strong, not giving up their hopes. Got a motion off towards the left side of the field. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and run it up through the middle. They are able to break their way through the Grizzlies defenders pretty efficiently, but the Grizzlies see him running down the field and are able to grab it onto him and be able to take him down.
That was a decent quarterback keeper there. Saw nobody open and ended up just getting around, I think, 6 yards on the play there, so a decent gain.
Yeah, that was a really solid run there by the Broncos. They were able to effectively pick their way through the Grizzlies defenders, just hop left and right, not let them grab onto him. That was a solid run there. They'll bring up 3rd and 7, still pretty deep here for the Broncos, but they were set back a bit on that, so it was still a nice gain, being able to bring their hopes up here again. Going to send 2 guys out towards that right side of the field. They'll also have a pair out towards this left side quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. Cannot do anything with that play before refs throw some flags up.
Looks to be false start on the Broncos there. We'll back them up a few after that nice gain, and it just pushes them even farther back from where they started again.
Yeah, that'll be a 5-yard penalty there for the Broncos. Send them basically back to where they started on that last run. Bring up 3rd and 12. For the Broncos. They're deciding if they're going to still try and run this play or if they're just going to try and pass it, play a little riskier, see what they can do with this play to try and remain in possession of the ball. Going to send 1 guy off towards that right side. Ball is snapped. They will be throwing it way far down this right side of the field. It will be an incomplete pass there for the Broncos.
Yeah, it looked like Driver and Wazenski ended up getting their hands on that, so it definitely caused that incompletion. Was looking for an interception there, though.
Yeah, and it was almost effective there. The Broncos had their guys back ready to be able to catch it there. However, the Grizzlies just were not able to let them find where that ball was going to land and were able to get themselves on top of it instead. Broncos with 1 last chance here. That'll bring up 4th and 12 on the 8-yard line here. Going to send 1 guy off towards this right side of the field. Cutter Driver is set back to receive the ball for the Grizzlies. Ball is snapped, and the kick is up, and it is a high one. Lands right around that 45-yard line again, but this time it'll roll to the opposing 39-yard line before it is picked up by the Broncos, and that is where the Grizzlies will start their next play.
Yeah, the Broncos kicker is looking really good tonight. Ended up having to punt in their end zone twice and still managed to get it past the 50-yard line.
Yeah, solid kicks here by the Broncos. You can tell that they have some stronger kickers on their side of the field and are able to use them well here tonight. Grizzlies getting their game plan set and ready. They have a fresh set of downs on the 39-yard line. They'll have a solid drive down on this run, but still not inachievable for the Grizzlies here. Grizzlies breaking up their little tea party on the field. Looks like they're going to remain in that bunch formation. It's been working great for them tonight. Got a quarterback in the shotgun position. Driver off on his right side. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. Driver running down that left side of the field. Cannot get anywhere on that before the Broncos latch onto him, but the refs will be throwing up some flags.
Yeah, I don't know what the flags may be for. It's probably going to be holding on the offense there, but not a great run choice for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Grizzlies tried to play it smart there, but were not quite able to follow through with what their original game plan was. Broncos were just a little bit too much of everywhere.
Yeah, it was a holding on the Grizzlies. Broncos will accept it, backing them up quite a bit now.
Yeah, that'll set the Grizzlies back a solid ways on this run here. They'll be back at the 29-yard line, so they'll lose 10 on it, bring up 1st and 20. 6:44 remaining in the first half of action here tonight. Score is 14-0 with the Grizzlies having the only points here on the board. They're going to stay in bench formation and keep that quarterback in the shotgun position. Motion off towards this right side of the field. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. Is able to pick his way up through some of the defenders. Tries to ballerina twirl around, but that move does not pay off for him. He'll get taken down.
Yeah, he manages to get maybe 1 yard on that play. Still not worth it. He got absolutely slammed into the ground there.
Yeah, that was a hard hit on Martin there by the Broncos. Broncos saw what he was doing and did not want him to be able to do that and just took him right down as soon as they could. Grizzlies in the huddle here. They'll get a gain of 2 on that play to bring up 2nd and 18 at the 30-yard line. Grizzlies breaking the huddle and approaching that line here. They're going to remain in that bunch formation again, keep that quarterback in the shotgun position. Motion to the right, ball is snapped, and he's stepping back, looking for a pass. He throws it down this right side of the field, and that will be a complete pass there for the Grizzlies, but unable to run it down the field at all before he gets pushed out there by the Broncos.
Yeah, that was a good little toe tapper by Kramer there. Ended up getting around, 20 yards there, 25 yards from the original line of gain.
Yeah, that'll bring up a fresh set of downs now here for the Grizzlies after that solid pass there. They'll be at the 48-yard line. We have 5:41 in the first half of action left to go. Grizzlies breaking the huddle. We're going to stay in that bunch formation again. It's been working great for them tonight. Keep that quarterback in the shotgun here. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. Start his way up through the middle. He's trying to find his holes through the Broncos, but the Broncos are just right on top of him. Gets quite a ways down the field before he eventually gets tackled.
Yeah, it looks to be a gain around like 6-7 yard lines there. And we will be back after this short break.
KUBS-FM thanks Newport Community Hospital for their support of this broadcast. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Community Hospital provides outpatient treatments including IV infusions, wound care, ECG, and Holter monitor applications. The nursing team coordinates outpatient care with primary care providers and specialists. More information is available at newporthospitalandhealth.org or by calling 509-447-6281.
Support for Cubs FM comes from Mountain View Lawns. Locally owned and operated, Mountain View Lawns serves the Ponderay River Valley with a 6-step fertilization and weed control program, offering scheduled treatments throughout the year. Fall aeration and overseeding are also available. For more information, call 509-828-9748. Again, that's 509-828-9748.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We are back here ready to keep the action going. We have 5:23 left in the first half of action. Score is 14-0 with the Grizzlies having the only points on the board here tonight. Grizzlies have 2nd and 2 to go with the ball right on that 40-yard line here. Going to be switching up their formation a little bit here, but staying in that bunch formation. Going to have Martin still in that shotgun position with driver off on his left side. Ball is snapped. It's going to hand off. He's going to try and run up that right side of the center here. He's able to find his way through some of those defenders before he gets grabbed onto, and the Broncos will drive him into the ground.
Yeah, that was a great run by Driver again. He is looking electric again tonight. He's looking kind of like that River game, Riverside game.
Yeah, we have the electricity of Driver back in action again tonight, right when they are needing it most. This is our league opener, so this is the first game that will be counting towards how they place in the league to qualify for state. Grizzlies in that bunch formation again. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Going to have a motion off towards that left side. Ball is snapped. He's going to keep it. He has a beautiful hole to run up through the center there. He's able to break his way through all the defenders. He is making it all the way down the field there for a touchdown by Martin.
Yeah, that was a great quarterback keeper design where they fake the jet sweep, ends up creating a huge hole in that B gap, ends up going right through it, and just easy money right through there.
Yeah, that was a really solid run there by the Grizzlies. Now they'll be at 20 points on the board. 4:32 left on the clock, and they still have their point after touchdown to go. This is only the first half of action. It's only going to get better from here. Grizzlies still just going to go for one on this play. They aren't going to try and risk it and go for that 2-point conversion. We have Hamburg to kick off here for the Grizzlies. Ball is snapped. The kick is up. He's just as solid as ever. It goes right where it needs to go, and that PAT will be good for the Grizzlies. Score is now 0-21 with the Grizzlies in the lead. 4:32 left in the first half of action, and we'll be right back after this quick break. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Cubs FM would like to thank Albany Falls Building Supply for their valued support. Located at 520 Highway 2 at the east end of the Old Town Bridge, Albany Falls Building Supply is open 7 days a week, 7 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday, and 9 to 4 on Sunday. Albany Falls Building Supply offers all types of building materials, including lumber, tools, hardware, paint, plumbing, electrical, and lawn care supplies. You may contact Albany Falls Building Supply at 208-437-3153. Albany Falls Building Supply, large enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Cubs FM gives a big thanks to Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post. Moose Rental Center is open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturday, and by appointment on Sunday. You may contact Big Moose Rental Center at 208-448-2736. Again, that number is 208-448-2736. The right tool for the right job. That's Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. The Grizzlies here to kick off after that amazing touchdown run by Martin. We have Hamburg to kick off. The kick is up, and he's going to send a pretty shallow one here on the Broncos tonight. Broncos going to pick it up and roll with it. He's picking his way around the Grizzlies, tries to dart off on that right side of the field. Not a very smart move there by the Broncos. He'll get taken down right there by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that was another line drive by Hamburg there. Ends up not getting it in the end zone this time. They pick it up, only get it around to the 19-yard line. They're probably wishing they was in the end zone. They'd have that extra yard.
Exactly, and every yard does count. Refs are going to be really nice to them and give them that extra yard here. Put them right on that 20-yard line for their fresh set of downs here. Broncos getting ready to approach that line of scrimmage here. They are wanting to keep pushing back against the Grizzlies here. They're going to send one guy off towards this left side of the field. One guy outright, quarterback in the shotgun position. We got a motion off towards this left side of the field. That'll be no good. We'll have flags on that.
It's encroachment on the defense. Going to push them up another 5 yards. That's great for the Broncos, bad for the Grizz.
Yeah, that's a really exciting gain there by the Broncos. They are able to only have to push the ball forward 5 yards on this run. So they'll be at 1st and 5 on the 25-yard line. Have a motion off towards this left side of the field. Ball is snapped. He's actually looking for a pass, but it will not be a complete pass there by the Broncos.
There is another flag on the play, however, so we will be looking to see what this flag will be for.
Yeah, score right now is 21-0. Grizzlies leading this game. We have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Seeing what the refs are going to decide here.
It will be holding against the Broncos. They will repeat first down, so that first penalty on the Grizzlies does not matter much.
Yeah, basically just canceled out here on that play. Now the Broncos have their 3rd first down in a row without being able to get 10 yards down the field. Pretty fun there for the Broncos to be able to just kind of reset themselves. They will be 5 yards back from the original line now. Ball is snapped. He's going to just immediately look for a pass, tries to keep it and pick his way around the Grizzlies, but is not able to spin his way out of that one.
Yeah, that was Aries Swain with the sack there. Ended up backing them up another 5 yards, I think. And yeah, will be 2nd down and what is that, 22.
Yeah, Broncos have a lot of ground to be able to make up if they want to remain in possession of this ball. But they finally have their 2nd down here with only 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half of action. Broncos are going to send two guys off towards this right side of the field. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and run it up through that center of the field, but the Grizzlies will not be letting that happen here tonight. They just put up an absolute wall of defense and take them right down.
Yeah, the defensive line tonight is an absolute unit. It is just a wall. They can't get anything going through that middle of the field, so they're just going to have to try to, I think, push it on the outsides because that's what's been working for them so far.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that the Grizzlies defense is experienced. We have those guys that we pulled up from last year to be able to play again tonight. On the Broncos side, they have an older defense as well, and you can see their strength is within that defense here. Broncos now breaking the huddle. They're going to send two guys off towards this left side of the field. One out right. Quarterback in that shotgun position. Motion to the right. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. Throws it out right, and that will be a complete pass there. Tries to find his way up the field, but instead just finds himself in the grasps of the Grizzlies.
Will still be only, I think, what is that, 4th and 15? So not enough to get them anywhere close to trying for a fourth down conversion.
Yeah, Broncos are just going to go for the kick here on this one. Do not think that they are quite able to make up 13 yards on one run. The players are going to take a quick break, and we are too, so we will be right back after this.
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Support for Cubs FM comes from the Kalispell Casino and RV Resort in Cusick, Washington. Located 20 minutes north of Newport on Highway 20, the resort includes Wetlands Family Restaurant, the Slaw Dining Area with large screen TVs, full RV hookups and cottage rentals, and gaming facilities. All open to the public at 8 a.m. daily. The Kalispell Casino and RV Resort, bringing dining, lodging, and entertainment to Pend Oreille County.
Cubs FM thanks Newport Health Center for their support. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides walk-in express care for urgent but non-emergent medical concerns. Express care is available to everyone, regardless of insurance or primary care provider. Express care hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a lunch break on Saturdays from 12 to 1. You can find more info at newporthospitalandhealth.org or by calling 509-447-3139.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We had the Broncos there kick off for the Grizzlies. It was a really high one, but did not make its way down the field hardly at all.
Yeah, looks like the Broncos punters' luck run out with the bounces. Ended up going towards the Grizzlies' end zone, so it ended up not working out for them at all.
Yeah, someone must have tattled on their trampoline field and just disabled that or something. Grizzlies are going to stay in that bunch formation here. Got a motion off towards this right side of the field. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass and is able to almost find the arms of one of the players, but it just does not quite fall through there.
Yeah, just barely bounced off of Dylan Aubrey's arms. Should have been a catch in my opinion, but that's always tough when you have a defender right in your face like that.
Exactly. You cannot really do exactly what you want to do when you have people on every single side of you. Just adds a lot of pressure to the game. Score right now is 0-21 with the Grizzlies leading this game here tonight. We have 2:03 left in the first half of action. Grizzlies going to have two guys off towards this right side of the field here. Quarterback in that shotgun position. Motion to the right. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass again. He throws it down this left side, and that will be good. It is received well by Driver. He's running his way down the field. He makes it to the 10 and is able to run it down there for another Grizzly touchdown.
Driver's been great on the rushing scene, and now he's getting involved on the passing scene as well. It's looking absolutely phenomenal tonight for Driver.
Yeah, I guess you could say Driver's a pretty electric player now for the Grizzlies. That'll bring the score 0-27. Grizzlies still have that point after touchdown to run here. Looks like they're deciding if they want to keep it safe and go for one. We have 1:53 left on the clock in the first half of action. They will just be going for one. We have Hamburg to kick off again for the Grizzlies. The kick is up, and it is as solid as ever from Hamburg. That will be good. That'll bring the score 0-28 with the Grizzlies in the lead. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Rogers Body and Frame is a proud sponsor of Grizzly Athletics and Cubs FM. Located at 530 South Cass and Highway 2 in Newport, Rogers provides full-service auto collision repair, working with all insurances. Rogers Body and Frame is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. You may find them on the web at rogersbodyandframe.com, or you may call them at 447-4225. Rogers Body and Frame, like it never happened.
Siebers Pharmacy is a full-service Health Mart pharmacy owned by Newport Hospital and Health Services, providing pharmaceutical services and a selection of gifts and treats. Located at 336 South Washington Avenue in Newport. Siebers is open from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and Saturday from 8 to 4. Siebers is closed for lunch between 1 p.m. and 1:30. For more information, call 509-447-2484 or visit newporthospitalandhealth.org.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. Grizzlies getting ready to kick off here for the Broncos. After that touchdown there run by Driver, we have Hamburg back to do what he does best and kick it as far down the field as he can now for the Grizzlies. 1:53 remains on the clock in the first half of action. Score is 0-28 with the Grizzlies up that 28 points here tonight. Hamburg getting ready to send himself out here for the kick. Kick is up. It's a pretty short one again. Is just barely able to roll down there. Picked up there by the Broncos. They're going to try and run it down that right side of the field. Picks his way out through some of the Grizzlies and is able to finagle his way through some of the holes, but it gets taken down right around that 10-yard line.
Yeah, they're really wishing that kickoff ended up going the extra 3-4 inches, because that's how much it took to get the touchback. They would have had an extra 10 yards there.
Exactly. You could almost say that Hamburg knew what he was doing with that kick and was able to just not send it far enough to stop just short of that end zone there. Broncos will now have 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. 1:45 remaining here in the first half of this game. Broncos now breaking up their huddle, approaching that line of scrimmage, deciding what they're going to do with this one. Going to send one guy off towards this right side of the field. Looks like we're going to have two go off for that left side quarterback in the shotgun position. Going to have one guy run out onto the field real quick. He's also going to go off for that right side. We got a motion off towards the left. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and run it up through the middle. They make their way down that right side away from the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies eventually catch up with him and are able to grab onto him and take him down. I think it might even be right before that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was solid attempt by the Broncos there to get that run off to the left side. They know that they can't really run it up the middle right now because of that wall of a defensive lineman, but I don't even know if it did that much.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that'll bring up there for the Broncos. We're going to have a flag be thrown on that one, actually.
5-yard pickup on the play. 2nd down and 5.
They picked up that flag right there, so it will still be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Broncos still got a 5-yard gain on that run. It was a smart move pulling out for this left side. They were able to trick the Grizzlies just a little bit, and the Grizzlies had to adapt to that change. Gonna have two out towards that right side, one out left. Ball is snapped. They're gonna try and run it up down that right side again. This time the Grizzlies will not be able to let them have that happen. They push him back a bit of the ways before they tackle him.
Yeah, that was Aries Swain on the sack there. Ended up losing around 3 or 4 there on the play, so it will still be 3rd and 8 for the Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos are really going to have to put their best foot forward here in this last 50 seconds of the first half to be able to get as far down the field as they can and try and remain in possession of the ball coming up on halftime. Score is 0-28 with the Grizzlies in the lead here tonight. Broncos having a little tea party, deciding how they want to run this one, try and play it smart this time. Going to send two guys off for this left side of the field. Two out towards that right side as well. Quarterback in the shotgun position here. Got a motion off towards the right. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. Passes it really shallow on that right side. He's trying to pick his way around the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies are just grabbing right onto him and pull him straight out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like Reimer's on the tackle there, or at least the shove out of bounds there. Will it be enough for a first down? No, it will not. It will be 4th and 1 for the Broncos on their own
4th and 1 for the Broncos from the 21-yard line.
20-ish yard line.
Somewhere in there, close enough. We only have 14 seconds remaining here on the clock in the first half of action. Broncos trying to make up this 1 yard in that last little bit of time to be able to play well after halftime here. Looks like they're going to have a bunch formation here. Looks like they're actually going to kick it, even though they've only got 1 yard to go. Ball is snapped. The kick is up, and he sends it up pretty high. Lands right around that 45-yard line, bounces straight up, and then rolls right around that 39 before it gets picked up there.
Yeah, it will be downed at the 39-yard line with 2 seconds left on the clock for the Grizzly offense. I don't think they will be running a play. They have no need to. They are already up 28. Just no need to have any risk of injury for your players.
Exactly, and you can't really have a successful play here in 2 seconds on the field. So I'm guessing the Grizzlies will just let that 2 seconds kind of play out and not put themselves in a position where they could get hurt. Grizzlies will be taking victory formation here. That will be the end of the first half of action here. Score at halftime is 0-28 with the Grizzlies in the lead. We'll be right back for our halftime show after this quick break.
Cubs FM is brought to you by the Kalispel Tribe. For generations, the Kalispel Tribe has taken great care in stewarding the land, water, and wildlife. Today, the Kalispel Tribe continues to protect and restore ecosystems through wildlife conservation and water and land management, working to restore and care for our shared resources. Together, the Kalispel Tribe hopes to share a sustainable future for generations.
Support for KUBS comes from Ponderay County PUD. The PUD provides energy-saving programs, flexible payment options, and appliance rebates for qualified customers. You might also check out their Neighbors in Need program. For more information, you may visit Ponderay County PUD at 130 North Washington in Newport, or you may contact them at 509-447-3137. Quality service at low cost, that's Ponderay County PUD. Newport Health Center is a proud supporter of Cubs FM. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides family medical services including obstetrics, gynecology, orthopedics, behavioral health, and express care. Their team of providers serves families and patients of all ages. More information is available at newporthospitalandhealth.org or at 509-447-3139.
Backstop on the old ball fields made from grade A Pennsylvania steel. It's been sitting there since 1951. And that shell's been on the corner since Coke was glass and gas was a quarter. And that water tower's seen 10,000 suns. Start thinking you can motor that long. Fix you up a little ranch house home. Some things just keep on getting better with time. That Chevrolet still tears up clay but lost its shine. And she'll crank that radio and sing Strawberry Wine. And when you fall in love, there's a cloud of dust and a dream that's made of American rust. That diamond ring your grandpa gave to grandma way back in the days, the one you're bound to use when you find the one. And that church bell that they rang back then's the same one they'll be ringing when you both say that you do until life's done. Fix you up a little ranch house home. And making babies till you have to add on and on and on. Some things just keep on getting better with time. That Chevrolet still tears up clay but lost its shine. And she'll crank that
Girl, you're knocking the restless off my boots. Mama said it couldn't be done, baby, what do you know? Got the cowboy in me trading my ropes for roots. I just wanna plant something and watch it grow. Girl, you make me wanna buy the farm, 80 acres and a big red barn, a little tin roof house with a wraparound in the daisies, so I can wave at you and our babies while I work the land, getting that real deal farmer's tan, living that green John Deere dream every dusk till dawn, with the radio on, singing you tractor songs. Baby, I don't even know what we'll have a rose of. Maybe corn, maybe cotton, maybe soybean. All I know is all I need is your love, and the Lord will take care of the sun and the rain. Girl, you make me wanna buy the farm, 80 acres and a big red barn, a little tin roof house with a wraparound in the daisies, so I can wave at you and our babies while I work the land, getting that real deal farmer's tan, living that green John Deere dream every dusk till dawn, with the radio on, singing you tractor songs, kicking up dust up and down them fields. Baby, don't it turn you on? Take you on a sunset or ride any night you want. Girl, you make me wanna buy the farm, 80 acres and a big red barn, a little tin roof house with a wraparound in the daisies, so I can wave at you and our babies while I work the land, getting that real deal farmer's tan, living that green John Deere dream every dusk till dawn, with the radio on, singing you tractor songs. You like them songs, don't you, baby?
Yeah, I bet that shotgun headrest still smells like my shampoo. That messed up tape deck still stuck playing that mix I made for you. Yeah, that's my strawberry wine stain, my nail polish on the tailgate. So much of me left, I bet you must get deja vu. When you're running around in that stick shift Chevy, I bet it drives you crazy, thinking about us on every other back road, baby. You got someone new on your best seat trying to forget me lately, but my
long neck at the bar, loves old John Wayne movies, waltzing under them stars. She's sun up in the saddle, cutting through the herd, loves branding her cattle. Long live cowgirls.
Well, she rode in them wagons when the Wild West was won. Took the canyons and badlands and made them her home.
She's boots on, Ledoux songs, and snaps on her pearls. Long live cowgirls.
Like a paint-colored Mustang, she's fast and she's wild. Stop a runaway freight train with her high country smile. She's tough as December, salt of the earth, make you fall like September. Long live cowgirls. Well, she rode in them wagons when the Wild West was won. Took the canyons and badlands and made them her home.
She's boots on, Chris Ledoux songs, and snaps on her pearls.
She's been there, she'll be here till the end of the world.
Long live cowgirls.
I haven't stopped thinking about you. Has it really been this long? 2 years and an ocean between us, and I don't know where it all went wrong. I know I could have kissed you harder. Yeah, you could have followed through. Should have talked a little bit softer, but we meant every I love you.
Don't know what this is or what it isn't, but it feels like we've got unfinished business. 'Cause we left blood on the track, sweat on the saddle, fire in the hills, a bullet in the barrel. Words never said in a story that didn't end. Looks like you're on the man and I'm on the bottle. We folded our hands with money on the table, tried moving on, but I keep coming back again. To what could have been, what could have been, yeah, what could have been, yeah, 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 yeah,
A couple more simple I'm sorry's, a little less trying to be right. I wondered how many good mornings we wasted 'cause we didn't say goodnight.
One touch before we fell asleep, just before our love was out of reach. Could have been enough, could have saved us from this loneliness. With that blood on the track, sweat on the saddle, fire in the hills, a bullet in the barrel. Words never said in a story that didn't end. Looks like you're on the man and I'm on the bottle. We folded our hands and money on the table, tried moving on, but I keep coming back again. to what could have been. What could have been. Oh, what could have been. Whoa. I thought I see it clearly from a distance, but it still feels like we've got unfinished business. 'Cause baby, we left blood on the track, sweat on the saddle, fire in the heels, a bullet in the barrel. Words never said in a story that didn't end. Oh, looks like you're on the mend. I'm on the bottle, we folded our hands with money on the table, trying to move it on, but I keep coming back again. Oh, to what could have been. Oh, what could have been. Yeah, what could have been. Should have been. Do you still wonder what could have been?
What could have been?
Still wonder
what could have been.
Do you still wonder to
what could have been?
'Cause we left blood on the track, sweat on the saddle, fire in the hills, a bullet in the barrel. Words never said in a story that didn't end.
Welcome to our pregame show. We are here at Lind Ritzville Sprague High School, where the Newport Grizzlies have been playing the Lind Ritzville Sprague Broncos, and right now the score is 0-28 with the Grizzlies in the lead. Carter, what has been your favorite part of the game to watch tonight?
I've honestly liked the defensive line the most tonight. They've just been unstoppable, just meeting everything that comes their way. Only thing that's been really effective for the Lind Ritzville Sprague Broncos has been the pass game, and realistically, there's been none of that either. So it's just been really great to see the defensive line step up when they need it most.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we also have some really solid players on our offensive side as well. I think it's been really fun to be able to see Driver come back strong like he was at Riverside, be able to have those solid runs down the field to be able to get some points on the board for our team.
Yeah, I've also liked seeing the pass game a little bit from the Grizzlies here tonight. Driver also being on the receiving side of that, so it's always exciting to see Driver go off on these type of games.
Yeah, and the Broncos have also had some pretty electric plays here on their defensive side as well. They have done a phenomenal job of trying to minimize holes for the Grizzlies to be able to find and make their way through the field. That'll be the end of our little halftime yap, and we will be right back for the last half of action after this quick break.
Cubs FM would like to thank Albany Falls Building Supply for their valued support. Located at 520 Highway 2 at the east end of the Old Town Bridge, Albany Falls Building Supply is open 7 days a week, 7 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday, and 9 to 4 on Sunday. Albany Falls Building Supply offers all types of building materials, including lumber, tools, hardware, paint, plumbing, electrical, and lawn care supplies. You may contact Albany Falls Building Supply at 208-437-3153. Albany Falls Building Supply, large enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Cubs FM gives a big thanks to Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post. Located at 500 Highway 57 just before the high school in Priest River, Big Moose Rental Center provides a variety of amenities, rentals, second-hand consignments, eBay sales, antiques, and more. Big Moose Rental Center is open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturday, and by appointment on Sunday. You may contact Big Moose Rental Center at 208-448-2736. Again, that number is 208-448-2736. The right tool for the right job. That's Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post.
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Support for Cubs FM comes from the Kalispell Casino and RV Resort in Cusick, Washington. Located 20 minutes north of Newport on Highway 20, The resort includes Wetlands Family Restaurant, the Slaw Dining Area with large screen TVs, full RV hookups and cottage rentals, and gaming facilities, all open to the public at 8 a.m. daily. The Kalispell Casino and RV Resort, bringing dining, lodging, and entertainment to Pend Oreille County.
Cubs FM thanks Newport Health Center for their support. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides walk-in express care for urgent but non-emergent medical concerns. Express care is available to everyone, regardless of insurance or primary care provider. Express care hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a lunch break on Saturdays from 12 to 1. You can find more info at newporthospitalandhealth.org or by calling 509-447-3139.
Rogers Body and Frame is a proud sponsor of Grizzly Athletics and Cubs FM. Located at 530 South Cass and Highway 2 in Newport, Rogers provides full-service auto collision repair, working with all insurances. Rogers Body and Frame is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. You may find them on the web at rogersbodyandframe.com, or you may call them at 447-4225. Rogers Body and Frame, like it never happened.
Siebers Pharmacy is a full-service Health Mart pharmacy owned by Newport Hospital and Health Services, providing pharmaceutical services and a selection of gifts and treats. Located at 336 South Washington Avenue in Newport. Siebers is open from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and Saturday from 8 to 4. Siebers is closed for lunch between 1 p.m. and 1:30. For more information, call 509-447-2484 or visit newporthospitalandhealth.org.
Cubs FM is brought to you by the Kalispell Tribe. For generations, the Kalispell Tribe has taken great care in stewarding the land, water, and wildlife. Today, the Kalispell Tribe continues to protect and restore ecosystems through wildlife conservation and water and land management, working to restore and care for our shared resources. Together, the Kalispell Tribe hopes to share a sustainable future for generations.
Support for KUBS comes from Pend Oreille County PUD. The PUD provides energy-saving programs, flexible payment options, and appliance rebates for qualified customers. You might also check out their Neighbors in Need program. For more information, you may visit Pend Oreille County PUD at 130 North Washington in Newport, or you may contact them at 509-447-3137. Quality service at low cost, that's Pend Oreille County PUD.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We are here at Lind Ritzville Sprague High School, where the Newport Grizzlies have been playing the Lind Ritzville Sprague Broncos. Broncos currently getting ready to send the ball out here for the Grizzlies. We have driver set back to receive for the Grizzlies. Score right now is 28-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. Kick is up. It'll go right to driver. He's going to pick it up, try and run down that middle of the field there. He finds his way through all the defenders, and he breaks through the line. He's at the 50, at the 40, at the 20 now, at the 10. He's going to go the whole way, and he makes it down into the end zone for another touchdown run by driver.
That's his second on the season for these kickoff return touchdowns, and it looks like there might be a flag on the play, though, so it might come back. Or, no, it looks like it was the kick holder.
Okay.
Laying down to the 30-yard line.
So that'll be a good run there by driver. We have 11:43 left on the clock. Only took him 17 seconds to get that one pulled off there.
Oh, it looks like there will be a helmet-to-helmet call on the play as well, so it will be coming back. Unfortunate for driver. That was an absolutely great run. I don't even think the helmet really affected the run at all, so...
Yeah, it was a really solid run there by driver. He did a great job of picking his way through those defenders.
I think there is a bit of a tension between these two teams. We've seen it on the offensive and defensive line for the both of them. A couple of named players that are big players that have been just going at it this whole game.
Yeah, they are having a little bit of tension on the field tonight. I'm guessing since it's Lind Ritzville's homecoming night, that they are just feeling this pressure a little extra, and they have not been able to get any points on the board tonight. Grizzlies will have 1st and 10. They'll be set all the way back here at the 15-yard line. Have to make it way back down the field again and try and replicate that run that driver just made for a touchdown. Grizzlies in huddle here, breaking the huddle now. We'll be approaching that line of scrimmage. They're going to send two guys off towards that left side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position.
Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. Driver going to try and push his way up through the front there. Is not able to get all the way through the defenders. They grab onto him and take him down around that 20-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like a gain of around 6 there from Driver. He looked like he was like angry to get through there because his great return. The play previously just got back. So, I mean, great run by Driver, being able to push through all those defenders and getting 6 yards.
Yeah, and the defenders did a really good job of trying to put up a wall that Driver could not make his way through. Grizzly's going to send 2 guys off on this right side again. Ball is snapped. He's going to try and run it up through the center there. Tries to keep it and spin around, but it will not be good there for Martin. He's going to get a little bit of a gain on that, but get taken down around that 25-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like they're short by a couple of, feet, maybe 2 feet. Not much left for the offense to get, but that was a good run by Martin there. A little spin move at the end, tried to keep it fancy, but could not get the job fully done, like Haley said.
Yeah, I'd like to see Martin take his ballet debut after his work on the field tonight. He's been really effective with those spin moves here. Grizzlies are going to be in bunch formation this time. Quarterback in the shotgun position, motion to the left, ball is snapped. He's going to fake a handoff and keep it, run up through the center, and he's made his way through the defenders. He absolutely pushes through that line and gets taken down around this 35-yard line.
I've heard there's a new dance studio coming to Newport. Brad Martin might have to go join that up. He's shuffling, spinning, doing all the fancy moves.
Yeah, going from quarterback to pro dancer might be the move Martin needs to make. He's been really fancy with his footwork here on the field tonight. It has paid off for the Grizzlies. They'll have a fresh set of downs now at the 36-yard line. 10:02 left on the clock. Grizzlies going to send 2 guys off on this right side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off, play their little favorite move here. We have Reimers pushing his way up through the defenders. He breaks through them, but there will be flags on the play. Reimers still trucking his way through it. He makes it all the way around that 25-yard line before he gets taken down.
I think it'll be coming back. I saw number 59, Landon Pillars, pancake somebody. That's not something that you're really supposed to be doing intentionally after the play, so will be coming back, I believe.
Yeah, looks like the refs are going to have them come back and have a little redo on that play. Said it was a good effort, but unfortunately, you're just going to have to play it back over. So we'll see what the Grizzlies do on this. They will get sent back 10 yards, so they'll have an additional 10 yards to make up for a fresh set of downs this time. Ball will be placed on the 26-yard line. Grizzlies in their huddle here. Grizzlies still in that little tea party, deciding how they want to run this. They're going to have to make a ways down the field if they want to remain in possession of the ball here tonight. Right now the score is 28-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. We have 9:23 left on the clock in the second half of action. We have them in bunch formation again. Quarterback is going to be back in that shotgun position. Motion to the right. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. Passes it up through the middle down this right side, and it is caught well by Aubrey. Aubrey trying to find his way around that defender from the Broncos side, but the Broncos putting pressure on him, eventually pushes him out around that 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice little rollout pass by Brad Martin, and great catch by Dylan Aubrey. Had a defender in his face again, made sure to come down with the completion this time, and got some yards on the carry afterwards.
Yeah, you could see Aubrey learn from his past mistakes on that play and did not want to make the same mistake twice in a game here tonight. Grizzlies will now have a fresh set of downs. The ball will be placed on the 33-yard line. 9:07 remains on the clock in the third quarter. Grizzlies going to stay in that bunch formation. It's been working great for him tonight. Motion to the left, ball is snapped. They're going for another pass. They pass it deep down that right side, and it is good. They catch it and run it down into the end zone. That will be good for another Grizzly touchdown.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Aiden Kramer there, getting it on the right hashes and just running it down. There was no defender in sight. He just had an easy trot into the end zone.
Yeah, he was completely freed up there and was just able to make his way in there.
You could see before the touchdown, Malik Kennett also celebrating in the end zone, knowing that his teammate was going to score.
Yeah, that'll bring our score 34-0. Grizzlies getting set up for their point after touchdown here. We're going to have Hamburg kick it for one yet again, just as consistent as he's ever been. Kick is up. And yet again, that will be good from Hamburg. That'll bring the score 35-0 with the Grizzlies dominating this game, and we will be right back with some more action after this quick break.
Newport Health Center is a proud supporter of Cubs FM. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides family medical services including obstetrics, gynecology, orthopedics, behavioral health, and express care. Their team of providers serves families and patients of all ages. More information is available at newporthospitalandhealth.org or at 509-447-3139.
Selkirk Ace Hardware in Old Town is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 7, and Sunday from 7 to 6. Selkirk Ace Hardware provides what you need to prepare for the season. You may reach them at 208-437-5669. Again, that's 437-5669. Just across the bridge at 495 East Highway 2, Selkirk Ace Hardware. We are grateful for our community. We are here for you, and we are always helpful.
Support for Cubs FM comes from Mountain View Lawns. Locally owned and operated, Mountain View Lawns serves the Ponderay River Valley with a 6-step fertilization and weed control program, offering scheduled treatments throughout the year. Fall aeration and overseeding are also available. For more information, call 509-828-9748. Again, that's 509-828-9748.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We have Hamburg back to send the ball to Ritzville after that amazing touchdown run by the Grizzlies. We'll see how far he can send it this time. The kick is up in traditional Hamburg fashion. He sends it all the way down the field. Was not quite able to get a touchback there. Ritzville picking it up and running down that right side of the field. He's trying to break his way around the Grizzlies, but he eventually gets pushed out of bounds there.
Yeah, it looks like he'll get pushed around the 15-yard line. Kind of fumbled the reception there. I mean, I get it. If I was trying to take Hamburg's kicks, I probably would too.
Yeah, it is not an easy job to be able to be on the receiving end of that much power in the kicks. And their kicker is also really good at being able to send the ball deep into the Grizzlies' zones. We have Driver on our side that is able to grab those harder kicks and be able to run them as far as he can. Score right now, 35-0, 8:51 left in the third quarter of action. Ritzville now in possession of the ball here. They're going to send one out right, two out left. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He does not get anywhere. He kind of trips over his own feet there and just kind of face plants on the ground.
Yeah, I think it was a more low snap there. I kind of get it. Trying to pick up off your feet on that quarterback sneak just doesn't get anywhere.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky to be able to be that effective on your feet while still trying to think your way through these plays. Ritzville in their little huddle here deciding what they want to do with this run. Grizzlies have their solid line of defense set up and ready to go. Ritzville now breaking the huddle. They're going to send two out towards this left side this time. One out right. Quarterback in that shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. He passes it really shallow on that right side. Guy is not able to get around the Grizzlies. He's trying to twist and turn his way around, but it just will not pay off for him.
Yeah, that was an absolute rocket of a pass by their quarterback. And lucky he was able to receive that. Spun him around a little bit after catching that as well, so...
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of power in that throw there. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be right back after this.
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Support for Cubs FM comes from the Camas Center Medical and Dental Clinic, located 25 minutes north of Newport and open to the public. Accepting most public and commercial insurance plans, the Camas Center Clinic offers medical, dental, and chiropractic care, as well as physical therapy, laboratory services, child wellness checks, and sports physicals. The Camas Center Clinic,
offering wellness for the whole community.
Cubs FM thanks Shotgun Diesel and Automotive, celebrating 10 years in business in Old Town. Josh Hebert and the guys at Shotgun Diesel and Automotive specialize in light diesel and automotive repair, full brake services, engine repairs, custom exhaust, suspension, and full diagnostics. Plus, Shotgun Diesel and Automotive now offers full tire services, mounting, balancing, and new tire sales. 208-437-3304. Your hometown one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. Shotgun Diesel and Automotive.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We are here getting ready to continue this play. Lynn Ritzville in possession of the ball. They're at 3rd and 8 on the 20-yard line. Ball is snapped. He's going to go for a deep throw down this right side of the field. Sends it into no man's land out there. Just hits the ground and will not fall through.
Yeah, that was a well over pass there. I think he overthrew it by like 5 yards there. Was not a great place ball. Preston Wazensky was almost had the wheels to get back and grab it, but just was not enough for the defense.
Yeah, Lynn Ritzville was not very effective with that play there, and there will be a flag thrown on the ground. Refs deciding what they're going to call for this flag here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense after the play, I believe. And it will still be 4th down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the offense.
Yeah, that'll bring up a 4th down now for Lynn Ritzville, and they have a mile to make up if they want to remain in possession of the ball. I expect they'll just kick it back off to the Grizzlies, try and send it as far down the field as they can. Score right now is 35-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead in this game. 7:20 left on the clock in the 3rd quarter of action. We're at 4th and 18 here for Lynn Ritzville now. Ball on that 20-yard line. Lynn Ritzville getting set up for this play here. They're going to be in a bunch formation. I'm just kidding. I'm going to say that a million times. They're set to punt. Got Lynn Ritzville here ready to punt off for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies do not have anybody set back to receive it. Kick is up. Again, it's one of those higher ones. Hits right around that 50-yard line. Rolls out to about the 40. This time it'll bounce right around that 37-yard line.
Yeah, another great rolling punt by the Broncos there. I guess his luck is back. The last one wasn't that great. Ends up bouncing right back, and their trampoline park is back.
That is for sure. They are able to bring back that momentum that they had earlier and send the Grizzlies as far back as they possibly can. Grizzlies will have 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line here. 7:08 left on the clock. 35-0 is the score. Grizzlies in the huddle here.
1st and 10, Grizzlies at the 37-yard line.
Grizzlies still in their little tea party. They want to come back just as strong as they left on their last play. They've been having a really nice run here.
They just traded in Wazensky for drivers, so it looks like they're going to have their younger players come out. Being up 35, I mean, it's a good choice by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it's always smart to season those younger players because they will have to be playing more once the seniors graduate. Have the ball snapped here. They try and run it up the middle, but Lynn Ritzville has absolutely none of it.
Yeah, that was Gavin Estrada Hunt there. Loss of, I think, 1. I don't know. The refs are trying to decide where exactly he got to.
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy job to be a ref out here with that many people in one spot to be able to see where the ball ultimately landed. Looks like they're just going to put it right back on that 37-yard line and bring up 2nd and 10. 6:39 remains on the clock. This time, they'll for real be in bunch formation. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Got a motion to the right. Ball is snapped. He's going to run it down this right side of the field here. He tries to push his way through the Broncos defenders, but just runs right into him and gets taken down.
Yeah, there was a fumble on the play. It is still Grizzly ball. Looks like Landon Pillars falls on it, but Wazensky with the fumble there, that's always scary. He lowered his shoulder, and the shoulder of the Broncos defender ended up going right into the ball.
Yeah, that was definitely a close call there for the Grizzlies, but they were ultimately able to bounce back up from it, deciding how they want to run this next one. They are still at 3rd and 8, so they have some ground to make up on this run. Grizzlies breaking the huddle here. Have 5:50 left on the clock. They're going to be back in that bunch formation, quarterback remaining in the shotgun position again.
Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, run up through the middle, going to dart off towards this right side. They grab onto his legs and take him down. It might be just enough to get a fresh set of downs.
No, he's short around a yard and a half there. That was Gavin Estrada again with the carry. Ended up getting around like 6 on the play.
Yeah, they'll be right on that 45-yard line now.
Looks like they're bringing out their punt team. I mean, I would too. 4th and 2 on your own half. 5 minutes left in the third quarter, up 35. I wouldn't risk it.
Exactly. It'll be fun for Ritzville to be able to come back from this punt here. We have Reimers to kick here for the Grizzlies. Typically, we see Hamburg kicking off for the Grizzlies, but we're going to let Reimers have his hand at it again tonight. Ball is snapped, and the kick is up. It's a pretty high one. He sends it deep back in there, and it is received well by the Broncos. He tries to run it up the middle of the field. The Grizzlies' defense is all over it. They will not be letting him get anywhere with that reception.
Yeah, that was number 51, Robert Warren, with the initial contact there. Ended up absolutely blowing up that play and got him down maybe after 2 yards of gain.
Yeah, that'll bring up a fresh set of downs for the Broncos with only 4 minutes and 42 seconds left in the third quarter of action. Grizzlies are up 35 points here, and we're going to put the ball right on that 33-yard line. Broncos breaking the huddle here. Going to send 2 out towards this left side. 2 maybe outright. There's a big flag in the way. We can't see too great. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. They try and run it up the middle, but the Grizzlies are already on top of him. They just sink him down right where he started.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be a loss of 1 or 2 there on that play. Grizzlies D-line, again, absolutely incredible tonight. They're a brick wall. It's just like any freight train that comes at them will be stopped by this brick wall even.
Yeah, I'm guessing they must have taken a field trip to the Great Wall of China or something, because they are not letting anybody through their defense here tonight. Have Ritzville breaking the huddle now. Going to be in a bunch formation. Might have one guy off on that right side, 1 out left. Ball is snapped. They go for a really short pass. Grizzlies right on top of him when he gets it. It was a complete pass, but the Grizzlies just absolutely stuff him.
Yeah, Reimers there with the breakup on that pass. I think it went off his helmet. I think he threw it right at the crown of his helmet, and yeah, that'll definitely do it.
Yeah, that was a solid stuff there by Reimers. He saw where that guy was and just boom, right there. Would not let him get anywhere with that. That'll bring up 3rd and 12 with the ball back on the 31-yard line. 3:59 left in the third quarter of action. Got our quarterback in the shotgun position here. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. He passes it down that right side of the field and almost right into the arms of the Grizzlies there. That will be an incomplete pass for the Broncos.
Yeah, Preston Wazensky's wishing he had that back. It fell right into his hands, and he just couldn't hang on. It was just missed opportunity by Wazensky there.
Yeah, he needs to have like the lizard grip where he can just like touch it and it'll stick right to his hands there. That'll bring up 4th and 12 for the Broncos here. They're back on that 31-yard line. 3:51 remaining on the clock. Got a quarterback in the pistol position, I think. Oh, no, he's punt formation. This one always tricks me. I can't see through their kids. That was a really high kick by the Broncos. Hits down right around that 30-yard line this time. Rolls out of bounds around the 27.
Yeah, that was another good punt by the Broncos. Ended up going out around the 30-yard line, I believe. But yeah, they've had some solid punts tonight. They've had maybe one that was botched, but that's all I can count.
Yeah, their kicker is really consistent. He's always able to send the ball to the same spot on the field, and he does his job phenomenally well here tonight. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs for the Grizzlies. Going to put the ball right on that 30-yard line. 3:44 remaining in the third quarter of action. Grizzlies in the huddle here getting ready to start this off. We're going to have one more guy come out onto the field here. Never mind. He just wanted to be part of the fun. He got sent back, though. Grizzlies approaching the line of scrimmage here. They're going to send 2 off on that left side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off again. It's their favorite little play. Try and run up through the center, but get tripped up by all the Broncos on the ground.
Yeah, that was number 11, Preston Wazensky, with the run there. Ended up getting around 3 or 4 yards on the play. Still, 4 is solid. I've said this every time I've broadcasted, I've said this. It's just solid gain. I'll take 4 yards any day of the week.
Exactly. A gain is a gain. Now they will be at 2nd and 6 on the 34-yard line. Going to send 2 back off for that left side quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the middle again. Again, the Broncos just say no to that and put him right down at that 35-yard line.
Yeah, they might get 2 on the play. That was Gavin Estrada with the run. But, yeah, only 2 yards. 2 yards is 2 yards, but not when you're at 6 yards, and just in my opinion.
Yeah, that'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Grizzlies at the 36-yard line. Score is 0-35. Should be 1 yard back, and then they would be 35 at the 35-yard line. 2:32 remaining on the clock. Grizzlies in bunch formation here. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Motion to the right. Ball is snapped. He's going to run it up through the middle, and he makes his way through the Broncos defenders. He makes it up to about the other 45-yard line before they can eventually get him snatched down.
Brad Martin right there with the quarterback keep, found a hole and slipped through the secondary for the Broncos. He looked like a slippery snake there.
He did. It was a really slick move there by Martin. Have not seen him maneuver quite that fast in his previous plays here tonight. We have 2:10 left on the clock. Score remains 0-35. Fresh set of downs for the Grizzlies. Going to put the ball right on that 46-yard line. Grizzlies going to send 2 guys off on this right side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position, 1 guy on each of his sides. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, go up through the middle. They got some of the defenders pulled back, but not enough. He gets just past that 40-yard line before he gets taken down, but they will be throwing a flag on that play.
Flag looks like it was after the play, though, so it might, either way, it'll go either backwards or forwards. The play will still count.
Yeah, that'll be a solid effort there by the Grizzlies. They'll get an initial gain of 6 on the play, but we'll see where they get set after the refs decide where they're going to put the ball with these penalty flags. We only have 1 minute and 41 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
And on that run, I forgot to mention that was Gavin Estrada Hunt again. He's looking good coming in for Cutter Driver, so might be the next man up.
Yeah, we'll see how he plays next year. We definitely have to be cognizant of the fact that Driver is a junior this year, so he might have 1 more year to play for the Grizzlies, but having backup has never hurt them in the past.
Looks like the Grizzlies will be going backwards. I don't know what they called, but it appears to be probably unsportsmanlike conduct with the after the play.
Yeah, they'll get a 15-yard penalty on that play. So now they will be at 2nd and 19 at the 45-yard line. Grizzlies in a huddle deciding how they are going to make up 19 yards in 3 runs this time. Breaking the huddle now. They're going to go into that bunch formation again. Keep the quarterback in the shotgun position where he's been most of the night. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, run down this right side of the field. He dives up in through the middle, makes it just around that 45-yard line on the other side before he gets taken down by the Broncos.
Yeah, another good run by Gavin Estrada there. Ended up getting around 7 on the play. And there was a guy that jumped on behind him, looked like Superman, landed on him, took him down.
Yeah, it was definitely a gnarly takedown there by the Broncos. We only have 45 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Grizzlies not being too nervous about the time left on the clock. They are up by 35 right now with the score 35-0. Grizzlies going to stay in that bunch formation. Quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. Try and run up that left side of the middle this time. Broncos see through the plan this time, grab onto him, and he does not get far before he's put into the dirt.
Looks like they called him down before the fumble, ended up counting. Lucky for the Grizzlies because it looked like the Broncos ended up recovering it, but yeah, did not count.
Yeah, that'll put the ball on the 45-yard line here. That'll bring up 4th and 9 for the Grizzlies. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1
left in the third quarter of action, so we will be right back after this short break.
Your locally owned and operated Newport McDonald's is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located on Highway 2 in Newport, McDonald's is open 7 days a week, serving the Newport, Old Town, and Priest River areas for over 25 years. McDonald's serves burgers, chicken McNuggets, and McCafe drinks. Newport McDonald's, where you can use the McDonald's app, order online, and have your food ready when you arrive. Curbside, dine-in, drive-thru, or even delivery. Newport McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Excess Disposal Service is a proud sponsor of Cubs FM. Excess Disposal Service provides weekly commercial and residential roadside garbage can disposal, as well as commercial container services both in town and in rural locations. Excess Disposal Service may be contacted Monday through Friday from 8 to 3 at 208-437-4502. Serving all of Ponderay County since 1972, Cubs FM says thank you to Excess Disposal Service.
Support for Cubs FM comes from Mountain View Lawns. Locally owned and operated, Mountain View Lawns serves the Ponderay River Valley with a 6-step fertilization and weed control program, offering scheduled treatments throughout the year. Fall aeration and overseeding are also available. For more information, call 509-828-9748. Again, that's 509-828-9748.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. Looks like the Grizzlies are going for a punt here now. They are at 4th and 9. Kick is up, and he sends it really deep down into the Broncos side of the field. It'll roll back just shy of the end zone there.
Yeah, that was a great punt by Reimers there. Ended up getting it down at the 1-yard line. That's going to pin him back deep. That's always trouble to get out of.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a sticky situation for the Broncos to have to maneuver. Score right now is 35-0 with 11:50 left in this game tonight. Broncos will have a fresh set of downs here, try and make the ball go all the way down the field and remain in their possession. They have not been able to get any points on the board tonight, and it is their homecoming night, so they're going to want to try and take advantage of this opportunity. Broncos approaching the ball here now. They're going to send 2 out towards that left side. 1 is going to stay out right. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and run up through the middle here. Grizzlies absolutely taking none of it. You can't even see what's going on through the pile of defenders there.
Yeah, it looked like a gain of 1. And yeah, like I said, all night, just a brick wall. And at that 1-yard line, getting to the 2 or 3 yard line, I mean, it's always trouble.
Exactly. It's hard to get any gain here when you're that far back into the end zone, like near the end zone there. They'll be at 2nd and 8 with the ball on the 4-yard line here. Going to send 1 guy off towards that left side, keep 2 outright. Ball is snapped. Going to hand it off, try and run up that right side of the middle here. They're able to make a little bit of gain on that before the Grizzlies grab onto him and sink him into the ground.
Yeah, it's close to the first down marker. I don't know if they will be moving the chains or not, but that's definitely a solid run back deep in their own territory, and they will be getting the first down.
Yeah, that was a really nice run there by the Broncos. They were able to just sneak up there enough to be able to get a fresh set of downs and start from a better point on the field. They'll be at that 12-yard line. Score is 0-35 with the Grizzlies up. 10:49 left on the clock. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. They try and go up through the middle, but again, the Grizzlies absolutely annihilate that guy and just take him right down.
Yeah, it looked like a loss of 2 on the play, maybe 3 even. Defensive line getting back there quickly. They knew it was coming and just absolutely foiled their plans.
Yeah, the Grizzlies' defensive line just could see right where they were going to go and pushed him as far back as they could before they got him taken down.
I wonder if the film this week went really well for the Grizzlies, because it's looking like it has been so far.
Yeah, the Grizzlies have put together a really successful performance here tonight. They've been able to get 35 points on the board compared to the Broncos 0 so far. Got a motion off towards this left side, but the refs are going to throw up a flag.
Looks like it will be an encroachment on our own 54, Damian Hamburg. Unfortunate after getting that loss on the play.
Yeah, that'll send the Broncos forward 5 yards here. That'll be a good advantage for the Broncos to be able to try and come from a better point. That'll be 2nd and 7 now at the 15-yard line. Got an actual motion to the right this time. Ball is snapped. He's going to try and keep it and run up through the center.
Grizzlies, again, just absolutely meet him with resistance right where they find him and put him right down.
Yeah, it looks like it was, I think just got back to the line of scrimmage there. It was number 75. Who was that? Connor McQuinn.
Yeah, we got one of those younger players on the field here with that takedown, able to be seasoning our younger players is an advantage here for the Grizzlies tonight. They are up by 35, and there's only 9 minutes, 25 seconds left in the game, so they are able to get their younger players out for some playing time. Broncos are at 3rd and 7 now. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. He throws it towards this right side. Guy is really close to getting it, but it just falls right through his arms and is no good.
Unfortunate for the receiver there. It was thrown behind him. I understand completely, but got to come down with those in big moments like this.
Yeah, that's for sure. Now the Broncos are in a bit of a sticky situation. They've got 4th and 7. They're just going to go for a kick here. They've got their punt formation set up. They're going to send it as far down the field as they can for the Grizzlies here. Grizzlies don't have anybody set back to receive the kick here. Broncos still getting ready to start this kickoff here. Everybody just getting set in their positions. Ball is snapped. The kick is up, and it's another high one. Lands right around that 45-yard line again, but this time it rolls backwards down the field. Does not get as far as they want it to on that kick.
Yeah, it looked like it made a little V shape there. Started going towards the Grizzlies' end zone, then came right back towards their own.
Yeah, the ball played a little trick move on the Broncos there. Made them think it was going to roll in their favor, but then just turned back around and wanted to go back home or something. We've got 9 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock. Score is Grizzlies 35, Broncos 0 so far at the Broncos homecoming night. Grizzlies will have a fresh set of downs here. Ball is on the 41-yard line. Grizzlies breaking the huddle now, approaching that line of scrimmage. They're going to send one guy off towards that right side. Quarterback in the shotgun position here, staying in a bunch formation. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, run up through the middle, and he breaks his way through the Broncos defenders. He's making his way down the field and gets all the way to about the 15-yard line before they can eventually drag him down.
Yeah, that was a great run by Gavin Estrada there. He's definitely proving he might have a shot at varsity sometime soon.
Yeah, this time spent on the field has definitely been crucial for him. He's proving that he is a valuable asset here for the Grizzlies. Broncos were not quite able to grab onto him there. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs for the Grizzlies after that nice run. 8:40 left on the clock. We're going to be at the 21-yard line here. Grizzlies going to stay in that bunch formation. Quarterback in the shotgun position here. Ball is snapped. Going to hand it back off to Estrada. He tries to go around the defenders. This time he is not so successful. He gets a little bit of the ways down the field before they grab onto him and take him down.
Yeah, decent 2-yard run there. Tried to get shifty with it. Just could not finish with the amount of defenders that came on him.
Yeah, he will get 3 yards on that play to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Grizzlies at the 18-yard line. 8 minutes left in this game. Grizzlies breaking the huddle here. Looks like they're going to remain in that bunch formation. It's been working really well for them. Got our quarterback in the shotgun, one off towards his right side. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off and run up left. They grab him by the waist and take him down. I don't think he'll get hardly any gain on that run.
Yeah, it looks like he loses a couple yards there. Gavin Estrada again with the carry. They've been consistent with him this drive. Will be a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, that will set the Grizzlies back a little bit. That should bring up 3rd and 9 if my math is correct here. They're right on that 20-yard line here. Got our Grizzlies breaking the huddle here now. They're going to stay in that bunch formation. Might not have paid off for them in their last play. However, they have been liking how it's been working for them. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. He's going back towards that right side. Seems to be his lucky side. He's able to break his way through the defenders and get past that marker for a new set of downs before he gets taken down.
Ball did pop out, though, and it looks like the Broncos do have the ball, but I don't know if it's late or not.
Yeah, we'll see what the refs decide to call that one. There was a lot of guys there in that little huddle, They might not have been able to see too well. They're having a little bit of discussion to see who they think should remain in possession of the ball.
Yeah, looks like they're ruling it as the Grizzlies' ball still. Looks like they've marked him as down, and I think it will move the chains.
Yeah, that will bring up a fresh set of downs here for the Grizzlies. Gonna put the ball on the 14-yard line? No. I can't tell. It's somewhere down there. It's deep into the Grizzlies' territory. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and run it up through the center here. They're able to get it down that right side of the field a little ways and get a good gain before they get tackled down by the Broncos.
Yeah, Gavin Estrada definitely tried with aggression there. Lowered his shoulder, tried to power through. Just is no Jacob Reimers yet.
Yeah, he's trying to learn that freight train maneuver that Reimers has been pulling off this season, but he'll have a little more practice to get done before he is quite to that level. Score is still 0-35 with the Grizzlies in the lead. We only have 6 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock. Grizzlies got to gain a 4 on that play, so that'll bring up 2nd and 6 for them. They're going right back into that bunch formation. They're going to keep one guy off towards this left side, though. Quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. They're playing their favorite play again. They get it up through the middle. He's able to pick his way through the Broncos and gets a massive gain before he gets taken down. Just kidding, guys. That is a touchdown there for the Grizzlies. That'll bring the score 0-41 with the Grizzlies in a massive lead with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, instead of old reliable with Reimers, they ended up going old reliable with Wazensky, getting, I think, his first touchdown of the season and of his whole high school career.
Yeah, that was a really vital play there by Wazensky. We have our old reliable kicker back to kick for our point after touchdown. We have Hamburg. Grizzlies getting ready for their point after touchdown here, still not wanting to run that 2-point conversion. Kick is up, and yet again, that will be good for Hamburg. That'll bring the score 0-42 with 5:49 left on the clock. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Newport Community Hospital is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. The Newport Community Hospital Surgical Team is committed to providing quality surgical services, including personalized service and state-of-the-art technology. Surgical services include general, orthopedic, gynecological, and podiatry-related surgeries. To learn more, you may visit newporthospitalandhealth.org, or you can ask your primary care provider about a referral.
James A. Sewell & Associates is a proud and valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located at 600 4th Street in Newport, Washington, James A. Sewell & Associates provides consulting, engineering, and local surveying for the greater Newport area. Open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and Friday from 8 to 4. You can contact James A. Sewell & Associates at 509-447-3626. Again, that's 509-447-3626. Cubs FM thanks James A. Sewell and Associates.
Your locally owned and operated Newport McDonald's is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located on Highway 2 in Newport, McDonald's is open 7 days a week, serving the Newport, Old Town, and Priest River areas for over 25 years. McDonald's serves burgers, chicken McNuggets, and McCafe drinks. Newport McDonald's, where you can use the McDonald's app, order online, and have your food ready when you arrive. Curbside, dine-in, drive-thru, or even delivery. Newport McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. Grizzlies getting ready to kick off here after that touchdown. Score is 42-0 with 5:49 left on the clock. Hamburg kicking off here for the Grizzlies. The kick is up in traditional Hamburg fashion. He sends it deep into the Bronco territory. They receive it very well. They're running down the side of the field and get absolutely manhandled there by the Grizzlies around that 25-yard line.
Yeah, that guy just went right over everyone. Ended up getting taken down by it, but still, impressive play by the number 3 on Ritzville.
Yeah, he did have a really nice run there, was able to jump around some of the Grizzlies before they eventually grabbed onto him and got him down. But it was still a really electric play to watch Lynn Ritzville run there. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for Lynn Ritzville on the 28-yard line. They're in their little huddle here. We have 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this game. Lynn Ritzville still having their little chit-chat out there, deciding what they want to do with this last bit of their time. Lynn Ritzville now breaking the huddle. They're going to send one guy off towards that left side, keep 2 out right Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass immediately. He throws it down this right side of the field and instead almost finds the arms of Aubrey. That will be no good for the Broncos.
Yeah, that was a deep pass on that right side. Wazensky almost got the pick there with the one hand. I feel like it should have been pass interference, but that's just my own bias, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the refs did not throw any flags on that play, so there will not be any penalties on that. Ritzville is now at 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line, deciding if they want to risk it and go for another passing play or if they're going to try and run it and try to pick their way through the Grizzlies' wall of defense. We have 4 minutes, 6 seconds left in this game. Going to have 2 guys off on this right side of the field, another set out left. Ball is snapped. He's going to run it down that left side of the field. He's picking his way around the Grizzlies. They eventually do grab onto him and take him down around that 35-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good gain of like 6.5, 7.5 yards there. Good little QB sneak there. Found the A-gap open, took it.
Yeah, that was a really nice run there by Ritzville. They were able to get a ways down the field on that go. Now they'll be at 3rd and 3 at the 35-yard line. We only have 3 minutes, 25 seconds left. Score is still 42-0. Ritzville yet to get any points on the board during their homecoming night. Ritzville breaking the huddle here, getting ready to try and get that last 3 yards they need for a fresh set of downs and to remain in possession of the ball. They'll have one guy off on that right side. Motion off towards the right. Ball is snapped. He's going to run it up through the middle of the field here. He's trying to pick his way through the Grizzlies, but the refs will be throwing a flag up on that play.
Yeah, I'm guessing it will be a holding flag, but yes, it will. Holding on the offense will be a 10-yard penalty, 5-yard penalty, and we'll bring it back down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that'll set the Broncos back by quite a bit here. They had gotten some good momentum going before that play, but now they will have to be set back farther than where they started. They'll be at 3rd and 13 at the 25-yard line. Broncos getting ready here. We're going to have 2 guys off on this right side of the field, 1 out left. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass again. Throws it down this right side of the field. He gets it, but the Grizzlies are all over him already. He does not get to run anywhere before he gets put into the ground.
Yeah, that was a nice little solid flat-out pass, but could not get anything going there, and it met with the Grizzlies secondary immediately, and it will be 4th and 9.
Yeah, that's still a bit of a gain there for the Broncos, but leaves them little to no option on what to do with this play. They're going to just have to kick it off here for the Grizzlies. We've only got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. The Grizzlies are leading the game 42-0 right now. Broncos getting set and ready for the kick here. Ball is snapped and the kick is up. It's another pretty high one there from the Broncos. Lands around that 40-yard line. Just bounces right on top of that line this time. It's actually the 45 before it gets picked up right there.
Ball is down at the 45-yard line.
That'll set the Grizzlies at the 45-yard line. We have 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the clock. Score is still 0-42 with the Grizzlies in the lead. And the boys are going to take a quick break. We are too. Actually, just kidding. Grizzlies just switching out their teams here. Getting ready to finish out this game strong. They're in their little huddle there, their little powwow, deciding how they want to finish out this game. 1:49 is all the time that they have left in this game to be able to play. Ball is on the 45-yard line. Grizzlies still have Grizzlies just taking a victory formation here, but they will be throwing up a flag there.
Penalty flag on the play.
Looks like it'll be false start on the offense on a victory formation. You don't really see that much.
No, you don't. And the Grizzlies are up by so much right now that the refs might be putting a little more pressure on them. Score is 42-0 right now. Grizzlies will still have a first down. They'll just send them back 5 yards.
The false start won't really affect anything. Grizzlies will still have enough time to kneel down all 3 times and just take the W 42-0.
Yeah, it's a good game here for the Grizzlies. They've had a really successful night. It's been really fun to see the tension that they have with Ritzville here. They've been met with a lot of energy during this. Grizzlies taking that victory formation again, just deciding to call it where it is. They're already up by 42 points and don't feel the need to try and keep getting more points on the board. That'll bring up 2nd and 15 now for the Grizzlies. They're still back there on that 39-yard line. Clock is ticking with 1:15 currently on it. Grizzlies just letting the clock run out here, not too worried about the time being spent. They'll just take that victory formation again.
They'll need to do it one more time, and the Grizzlies will have secured this victory.
Yeah, that should be pretty easy there for the Grizzlies. They'll be at 3rd and 15, staying right where they were now. Score is 42-0, clock ticking with 45 seconds left. It's been a really fun game to watch here tonight. It is Ritzville's homecoming night, so having the energy from the crowd has been dynamic for this game.
Some might say electric, but who knows? I'm just one to talk.
One could say electric. That would be a good term for this game here. Grizzlies taking one last knee here, and that will be it for this game. Final score will be 0-42 with the Grizzlies walking away with the win. Make sure you catch us back here on Cubs FM next week for the Newport Grizzlies homecoming game at Newport High School for their very first home game ever. We will see you then.
That backstop on the old ball fields made from grade A Pennsylvania steel. It's been sitting there since 1951. And that shelf's been on the corner since Coke was glass and gas was a quarter. And that water tower's seen 10,000 suns. Start thinking you can mow it that long. Fix you up a little ranch house home. Some things just keep on getting better with time. That Chevrolet still tears up clay but lost its shine. And she'll crank that radio and sing strawberry wine. And when you fall in love, there's a cloud of dust and a dream that's made of American rust. And that diamond ring your grandpa gave to grandma way back in the days, the one you're bound to use when you find the one. And that church bell that they rang back then's the same one they'll be ringing when you both say that you do until life's done. Fix you up a little ranch house home. Making babies till you have to add on and on and on. Some things just keep on getting better with time. That Chevrolet still tears up clay but lost its shine. And she'll crank that radio and sing strawberry wine. And when you fall in love, there's a cloud of dust and a dream that's made of American rust. Friday night tears, yellow Girl, you're knocking the restless off my boots. Mama said it couldn't be done, baby, what do you know? Got the cowboy in me trading my ropes for roots. I just wanna plant something and watch it grow. Girl, you make me wanna buy the farm, 80 acres and a big red barn, a little tin roof house with a wraparound in the daisies, so I can wave at you and our babies while I work the land, getting that real deal farmer's tan, living that green John Deere dream every dusk.